Physiotherapy, Autoland Hyundai of Uniontown, the T-Berry Law Offices, Peachin Pharmacy, Zen's Construction Warehouse, the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood, Ford of Uniontown, the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute and physical therapist Jim Burns, Uniontown Mayor Bill Gerke, Cherokee Recycling, Mama Ruka's Pizza Shop, Stewart Collision, and by attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt at Watson Mundorf LLP. Now stay tuned for the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show here on WMBS.
From Uniontown High School, it's time for high school basketball action here on WMBS, the Triple M High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live as the 14-1 Uniontown Red Raiders host the 6-7 Albert Gallatin Colonials. Brian Morozak along with Steve Supert, Billy Dice behind the camera, and our Facebook Live video feed, and Nick Barczyk back inside our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. Our pregame show being brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. We'll get you ready for the game. They're located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. Our live video stream tonight, courtesy of Mama Ruka's Pizza Shop and Uniontown Detailing. And Steve, Uniontown coming off their first loss of the season, 54-44 to South Allegheny on Tuesday. The Red Raiders not as crisp as they were earlier on in the season. Didn't get a lot of those shots to drop they did during the opening 14 games of the year.
Well, you saw a little bit of that coming up at Southmoreland, to be honest. I mean, Southmoreland really hung in there for a long time, and you could see, just maybe not quite as sharp, and got to get back at it. And, they played terrific for the first 12, 13 games, and, like I said, just not a crisp, clean effort, and got to give South Allegheny a lot of credit. They just outplayed the Raiders. They got more loose balls. They shot the ball better. Shot the ball terrific in the first half. Second half, they took everything to the basket. But, hey, and the Red Raiders, give them credit. They came roaring back in the start of that third quarter, right? They got it within one, and but could never get over the hump.
The game was also marred by a post-game incident involving both teams, players and fans. The WPIL issued a statement on Thursday that said administrators from both schools have been working together and working with the WPIL office, so something like that does not occur in the future, and no disciplinary action will be taken at this time. Well, they have taken a number of steps here, Steve, including increased security and increased police presence, and in fact they actually swapped the two teams' benches around, having the Uniontown bench now closer to the Uniontown student section, so you don't have the opposing team's bench up against the students like we saw on Tuesday.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to do what you got to do. It's a different gym from the old gym, and it's tighter and not as much room. And you get a good team that gets a lot of people to come out and watch. I mean, those are the kind of issues that they got to work through. So hopefully that'll eliminate some of those issues that they had the other night.
I think both schools pretty fortunate nothing came down from the league office, because it was obviously pretty evident to us and from our cameras that players were involved from both schools.
Well, there's definitely some players got in the mix there, and you just don't know. It was hard for us to see. I'm sure there's videos out there. Not our job to determine what or who did what, and so we'll let that up to the WPIL and the authorities, and we just do our job of reporting what we see, and we didn't see a lot other than a mass of people trying to it looked like a big scrum or a brawl, but it was kind of in the corner away from where a lot of people could see it. So hey, it is what it is. Thank goodness there's no suspensions, and so it's not going to affect either one of the teams as far as as they go down the road. So we'll see what happens, but hopefully cooler heads will prevail, and with increased security, you won't have any of those things happen again.
We'll play basketball tonight, and Albert Gallatin, the Red Raiders' opponent this evening, lost their last game on Wednesday to Elizabeth Forward, 74-69. The Colonials played without Jason Jackson, who averages 7.7 points a game. Jackson expected back tonight, and you look at Elizabeth Forward and Albert Gallatin, they're both tied for the final playoff spot in the conference, so a lot for both of those schools to play for tonight. Of course, Elizabeth Forward cross town tonight over at Laurel Highlands.
Yeah, and Shea Fleener's got his team. They always play hard. Shea's a good coach. They run some pretty interesting offensive sets, and he's he's a good he's been a good coach for a long time. So he'll have his team ready. But they're definitely a little bit overmatched with the Red Raiders' experience and the team the Red Raiders have had. But you just never know. Like I said, you just don't know. You worry they just did not play as well as they had been all year the other night, and you wonder if that was just kind of a one-off game or if that's something Coach K needs to be concerned about.
We also have our eyes on Uniontown's Jameer Braxton tonight, who enters the game with 981 career points, 19 shy of 1,000 for his career, so a good chance for him to go over the 1,000-point mark here tonight. And we'll get a preview of the Laurel Highlands Elizabeth Forward game with TJ DeStefano and Tony Hinola when the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
I'm Bill Martin, and along with my partner Trip Radcliffe and Rob Harper are attorneys at Radcliffe Martin Law. Our primary focus at Radcliffe Martin Law is representing people hurt in accidents. However, we handle workers' compensation claims, estate planning, real estate matters, and class actions. Radcliffe Martin Law is your hometown firm that offers conveniences not possible with Pittsburgh firms and provides better service than those firms. Radcliffe Martin Law, your local injury attorneys. 724-439-3930.
NovaCare Rehabilitation is now in Masontown. Using a personalized plan of care and one-on-one sessions, NovaCare gives you an advantage in rehabilitation. Dr. Haley Cruiser and our professional staff are certified to use industry-leading treatments, including LVST Big Therapy for Parkinson's disease, which increases mobility, improves balance, and decreases time necessary to complete tasks. These services supplement NovaCare's exceptional orthopedic, concussion, and vestibular dysfunction resources. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call our new Masontown office on Route 21 McClellantown Road at 724-491-5220.
Take the facts. Fayette County's got it. Convenient and comfortable. Take the facts. Anywhere in Fayette County, we'll get you there. Take the facts. Safe and reliable. Take the facts. Fast and fun. Ride the facts. Come ride the facts today.
Now, with all this snow, I don't know how I'll get to the doctor's office and get my shopping done. At my age, I can't drive in this weather.
Don't fret. Let FACT do the work.
FACT?
Yes, Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation. They have multiple programs to get you where you need to go. All FACT buses are safe, reliable, handicap accessible, and have free Wi-Fi.
Well, that sounds great.
Just make a reservation the day before your trip by 2 p.m. Call the FACT office at 724-628-RIDE or visit factbus.com.
Thanks. I'll call FACT right now.
Ride the facts. Come ride the facts today.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more, because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at Gary'sAutoSales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SproulsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. Uniontown Detailing has moved to a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Stop by and check them out today. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
And good evening, everybody, from Laurel Highlands High School. We have Section 3 action here tonight as the Laurel Highlands Mustangs take on the Elizabeth Forward Warriors. I'm TJ DeStefano along with Tony Hinola and Tiffany Kessler behind the camera here tonight. Our pregame show is being brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and Agent David Hughes. They will get you ready for the game. They are located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Call 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. And our video stream tonight is courtesy of Ford of Uniontown and the Catholic War Vets Post 1669 in Hopwood. Laurel Highlands comes in 0-5 in section play, 2-15 overall. They have lost 12 in a row. And on the other side, Elizabeth Forward is 2-3 in section play, 10-6 overall. They just snapped a 5-game losing streak with a win over Albert Gallatin, 74-69. Last out for Laurel Highlands, a 55-38 loss to Norwin on Tuesday. In that game, Tony, really a good game by Laurel Highlands for the first 3 quarters, but unfortunately in the fourth quarter, they were outscored 25-8, and that really did them in, and they suffered their 12th defeat in a row.
Yeah, I actually thought that it had a pretty good shot to win, but you got to wonder if those guys actually got tired. Did not play a whole lot of guys the whole game, so you got to wonder if fatigue took the effect in the fourth quarter for them. But, you know, this is really both of these teams, whenever they met on January 2nd, at that point in time, Elizabeth Forward beat Laurel Highlands and actually was their 9th win in a row. But since then, they've been spiraling as well. They're only 1-5 in their last 6 games. So they've kind of gone the other way as well. And Laurel Highlands, as we said before, just trying to pick up a win and trying to at least get back into section play.
Yeah, because it's been a tough stretch for them and haven't won this year yet. They've been in a lot of games that have been close, Tony, but for whatever reason, whether, as I said the other night, shooting, a lot of times turnovers have been the issue with them. They just haven't been able to put together really a complete game yet this year.
You're correct. And I tell you, TJ, it's one of those things where, you know, you turn the ball over a lot. You don't get any shots, you don't get any possessions, and it really factors into the game. And that's kind of been the big thing right now for Laurel Highlands. They just have trouble with the ball and protecting it, and they just turn it over a number of times, and it kind of hurts them in the game.
And this is a big game for Elizabeth Forward at 2-3 in the section. I mean, they're chasing Uniontown, Southmoreland, and Bell Vernon, and also Albert Gallatin. So this is a big game for them if they want to stay in that race for a playoff spot.
Well, you're exactly right. I mean, this is a crucial game for them because really their streak coming back. I mean, they get to see, they're seeing Laurel Highlands. They're going to see a good Southmoreland team after that, and they have Albert Gallatin, Uniontown, and Bell Vernon to finish out the season. So, you know, not an easy road for them throughout the rest of the season.
And we will have the game coming up tonight here on the WMBS Facebook page, as well as the South Union Township Sports Network and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. So we will join you at 7:30 for Laurel Highlands and Elizabeth Forward. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with more of the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night here on WMBS.
The Davis & Davis Law Firm has been helping injured people in Fayette County for over 45 years. If you've been injured and you need an attorney, call today. One of our 6 attorneys will come and meet with you if your situation is such that you can't come to us. We will not rest until we get the maximum amount of money for you that you deserve. I'm Attorney James Davis, and I will fight for you. Call me today at 724-437-2799.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes. Fatty liver is the buildup of excess fat in liver cells and affects about 100 million people in the U.S. Risk factors include being overweight, diabetes, high cholesterol, and hypertension. If you have fatty liver, our team at U.S. Digestive Health urges you to talk to your doctor about getting a blood or ultrasound-based test to check for liver scarring that can lead to cirrhosis. For more information, call us at 724-437-7677.
From chips and cracks to splits and shatters, if you need new glass, Fay West Glass Company is the one to call. Fay West Glass has served Fayette and Greene counties for over 25 years and specializes in residential glass installations and replacements, plus commercial and industrial glass. So when that window's busted or that sliding door shattered and you can't wait, Fay West is available. 724-439-8600. That's 724-439-8600. Proudly local and veteran-owned, Fay West Glass will earn your business.
Chris Parker Jr., the temperature's going down and prices keep going up.
But not at Autoland. Prices are 40 below here.
Are you kidding?
We are offering 40 below dealer invoice on new 2024 Hyundai. That's a savings of over $8,000 on select all-wheel drive SUVs. Or ask about available 0% APR finance.
Any other special offers?
The nationally advertised specials by Hyundai that you see on TV are available here at Autoland, like the 2024 Elantra SE, with a payment of only $219 per month.
Is Hyundai still offering 3-year, 36,000-mile free complimentary maintenance?
Yes, we are. And don't forget, along with lower prices, you also get Hyundai Owner Assurance, America's best warranty, 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty, 5-year, and 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper coverage with every new Hyundai purchase. A direct from the Hyundai factory warranty, a warranty that gives you protection, not excuses.
Autoland Hyundai, downtown Uniontown, online at AutolandHyundai.com or phone 724-437-9999.
And remember, you always pay less to drive the best at Autoland
Your
Hyundai.
health is the most important thing to you. When you need physical therapy, find the best clinic to serve you. Movement Physiotherapy, now located off Route 40 on Pedro Drive, west of Uniontown, understands this and wants to help ease the stress. Tyler Gasek has over 10 years of experience helping people improve their health with physical therapy and is ready to help you. Tyler's from the Uniontown area and is committed to helping improve his community. To schedule your appointment, phone 724-912-PTPT or visit Movement Physiotherapy online at movementpp.com.
Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown, family-owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's.
Prime Rozak back here on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. Boys high school basketball action on WMBS tonight. The Uniontown Red Raiders hosting the Albert Gallatin Colonials. You can also watch the Elizabeth Forward Laurel Highlands game on the WMBS Facebook page. Being joined now by Uniontown head coach Rob Kesmarski. And Rob, your Red Raiders picked up their first loss of the season on Tuesday against South Allegheny. And you go back and look at that game. A lot of the shots that you were getting to drop earlier on in the season were not falling your way Tuesday against the Gladiators. They're certainly a strong non-conference opponent as well.
Yes, it was an exhibition game. In the whole season, we've really played some really good exhibition teams. If you just look at, we've talked before, not just Aliquip, but Downingtown, all the good teams we play. And South Allegheny is a very good basketball program. I have a lot of respect for them. They have good players. Our players play with them in the summer. And we didn't shoot well, but no excuse. South Allegheny is a very good team. They didn't play Monday night. We had a makeup game with Southmoreland, a very key section, tough game on the road. Got home and had to play it, no excuses. We played hard, though. I was pleased the way we played in the third quarter. Defensively, really to hold them to 52 points is an accomplishment. We just didn't have our regular scoring average or close to it. But no excuse, they're a really good basketball team. And it's a team that will probably be in the top 5 of 4A. And that's the way we look at it. And it doesn't, when you look at last night's game, they beat Avonworth. So Avonworth was in first place in their section. Now there's still a couple games back, but that just shows you the quality team they have. So, again, we're excited to be 5-0 in our section and looking forward to the Albert Gallatin game.
Yeah, they certainly validated that win, as you said, against Avonworth, and their team certainly peaking at the right time.
Oh, yes. You know what, too? And, they lost a couple games early in the year, and number 1 didn't play. So that's a big difference. He's one of the better post players we'll see the whole year. So South Allegheny is a team we could easily see get in the playoffs, depending what side of the bracket they're on and where we're at. So again, everybody's trying to position, and right now we're in a good position in the section, and we want to finish out as strong as we can.
Unfortunately, we had a little incident occur after the South Allegheny game. What do you think was the cause of that incident? What can be done in the future to prevent things like that from occurring?
Yeah, a lot of kids are talking about that. Our school and everybody's going to do what we have to do. And again, couldn't be more proud of the program that we have. And there's unfortunate situations happen, but we're moving on and excited about the game.
We noticed Calvin's still been a little bit dinged up. What's his status going into this weekend?
Well, Calvin's been working really hard in therapy, just like Jeremiah Hager has been doing a great job. We got him back. Calvin's playing. Calvin's a great basketball player, one of the better guards in the WPIL. He's not 100%, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be playing, and he's going to play tonight. And, again, whenever he's out there, if he's hurting at all, we'll get him out. But he's doing some extensive rehab to get back to where he's at. And it's just a credit to him and our kids that want to play. And you only get so many games in high school, and when kids dedicate their whole lives to it, we're excited. We want to get him back on the court. And, again, Calvin, we want to get him 100% in the next 2 weeks, and that's the plan moving ahead.
Well, more with Uniontown head coach Rob Kaczmarski. Talk about tonight's game with Albert Gallatin and tomorrow's game against Baldwin when the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this. The T-Berry Law Office and attorney Vincent M. T-Berry would like to thank everyone who voted them best law firm and criminal defense attorney in the 2023 Best in Fayette contest. The T-Berry Law Office specializes in criminal defense, wills and estates, family law, and personal injury. The T-Berry Law Office is located at 84 East Main Street, across the street from the Fayette County Courthouse in Uniontown. Make your first call to attorney Vincent M. T-Berry in the T-Berry Law Office. Phone 724-430-0300 or visit their new website at tberrylawoffice.com. The T-Berry Law Office. Small town, big results.
On the go? No time to stop? That's when you'll love Peach & Pharmacy's curbside pickup at Peach & Market in downtown Connellsville. Next time you have a prescription to get, let Peach & Pharmacy make it easy for you. Call ahead at 724-626-9600 or send a message. Let friendly curbside pickup keep you right where you want to be, in the driver's seat.
Peach & Pharmacy, your local pharmacy.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill in Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
Uniontown Mayor Bill Gerke wishes our student athletes a great winter sports season. Mayor Gerke would also like to wish Uniontown head coach Rob Kaczmarski and the Uniontown Red Raiders basketball team the best of luck this year. As the mayor of Uniontown and proud graduate of Uniontown Area High School, Mayor Gerke is happy to see our student athletes working hard both in the classroom and in their athletic events.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valets. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car and drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Brian Roszak back here on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show with Uniontown head coach Rob Kaczmarski. And Rob, back-to-back games for your Red Raiders this weekend. Tonight against Albert Gallatin. Tomorrow you'll play in the Pittsburgh Basketball Classic up at North Hills High School against the Baldwin Fighting Highlanders. Let's first talk about tonight's game with Albert Gallatin, your second meeting of the season with the Colonials. And they certainly played you tough early, but you managed to shut out Albert Gallatin in the second quarter of that game earlier on this month.
Well, I think they're playing very well. They have some quality wins. Besides beating Laurel Highlands, they beat Bell Vernon and almost beat Elizabeth Ford the other night. They're playing well. All their players, they play hard. We know Coach Splinter's going to have them play. It's a great opportunity for them. And, again, our kids take them serious. If you look at some of their younger players, like Blake's brother played the other night, did a great job. So the Belt brothers are playing well. They play hard, and the kid is really playing well for them, Wilson. He had 17 points against Elizabeth Ford. So we know that we have to be ready to play, and our kids take it serious. Right now we're 5-0 in the section, and over the years, our percentage is very high, and I feel it's like preparing for the games. And our kids deserve the credit for watching Huddle, going to games. Like our kids, when we're not playing, they do not miss a game, and that just shows you their interest and their dedication. So I'm sure it's going to be a fun game, another sold-out game. That's a credit to your kids. Whenever you have a program, and this is maybe our third sold-out game or fourth sold-out, close to it, that's a credit, and we're excited for that. And again, our kids want to be moving forward, playing our best basketball. Right now, they're 37-7 in the last 2 years. Won one section, played to go to the state championship, and we still feel our best basketball is ahead of us.
Saturday, you'll take on Baldwin in the Pittsburgh Basketball Classic at North Hills High School, and they're certainly a strong non-conference opponent for your team, and they've been playing in a 6A conference going head-to-head with teams like Upper St. Clair and Mount Lebanon all season long.
Yes, and we feel like to play in that is just a great – we played in that for the last couple of years. It's not going to be in Montour. But our kids are familiar with these Pittsburgh schools. I mean, 2 times a week this summer, I mean, we drove them on tour to play. Long drives for our families and our kids. But it prepared for us, just not for the section games, for the exhibition game, and hopefully the playoffs. So we're going to play a quality team from Pittsburgh. It's not at Montour, it's at North Hills. And there's some really good teams. Aliquippa plays at 4:30 before, so we'll get down there early to watch that. They play Penn Hills, and we got to know these kids. And it's our program. Whenever you're going to all these different places in the summer, playing in the LaRoche shootouts against Upper St. Clair, Mount Lebanon, and Baldwin, this is why we did it, to help prepare us for the next 2 weeks. And again, right now we stand at 5-0 in the section. That's really the most important thing. Not just to be in the high seed. I mean, you still want to win the section. It'd be the 51st section title in Uniontown, and we hold the record for that. But it also is very, very important to be one of the top section winners and to get his high seed. But if you look at our resume, we have some really, really good teams that we played and some upcoming games that are going to be good. Just look, besides Baldwin, look at Berlin, what they're doing this year. So, again, our kids are familiar with these Pittsburgh schools. Baldwin has a really good team. All 5 guys can handle the ball. They shoot the ball. They run and jump. They play different styles, and they'll be very patient. So this will be a really good game for us, and we have a great relationship with the Montour. John does such a great job with this classic, and we're just honored to keep being invited to these things.
We'll also have our eyes on Jameer Braxton tonight as well, an opportunity to go over 1,000 career points.
Oh, yeah, Jameer's just a wonderful kid. Jameer here in 6th grade. I taught him. He's a great kid that does so much. I mean, there's so many kids tonight are going to be at this game that want to see Jameer and meet him because he had an impact on them 3 weeks in the summer at all the camps. And whenever you hear kids that are coming to the game to watch him and hopefully to get to see him, show the impact that our players have on and even more off the court. So it's a great night for Jameer. I hope he gets it. And, he has to get 19, but I'm sure he's going to get it either tonight or the next game, and I know he would like to get it tonight. And hopefully for Jameer he can do that. And just, again, to be another 1,000-point scorer is just quite an honor. And I'm just pleased to coach him, and we're lucky to have him.
Rob, appreciate your time as always. Best of luck this weekend. We'll see you out there tonight.
All right, Brian. Thank you.
That's Uniontown head coach Rob Kesmarski. We'll talk to the head coach of the Albert Gallatin Colonial, Shea Fleener, when the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
Attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt at Watson Mundorf LLP wish all of our local teams the best of luck this year. Watson Mundorf is a premier regional law firm whose experience and expertise empower it to not only be an advocate for its clients, but also provide them with exceptional service to exceed expectations. With offices in Uniontown and Connellsville, they are local and here to serve you. Call 724-626-8882 for attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com, and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry.
Looking for a fast, friendly notary service? Sandy Howell Notary Services, LLC, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, PA, is here to help with transfers, plate renewals, new PA plates, and more. They serve Uniontown, Smithfield, Fairchance, and surrounding areas. Open weekday evenings starting at 5:30 p.m., Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sandy Howell Notary Services, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair. Currently in their 61st year of providing quality, reliable service to the community, Ted Silva & Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repairs, and glass installation. They'll gladly blueprint your vehicle for repair, and they'll work with your insurance company. With a paint booth that utilizes the environmentally friendly waterborne paint process, Ted Silva & Son not only cares for our community and our children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it's the goal of Ted Sova & Son to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way possible. Take it from me, Matt Sapienza, an actual satisfied customer. Call 724-437-2351 for Ted Sova & Son Body and Fender Repair, LLC. Family owned and operated for 61 years. Always proud to support local high school sports.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borges Jr.
Are you considering a project design and don't know where to start? K2 Engineering offers a wide range of professional civil, architectural, and municipal services to meet your individual project needs. Our versatility combined with our personalized approach is what sets us apart as a full-service engineering and consultation firm. To learn more about our services, please visit us on the web at www.k2engineering.net. K2 Engineering, where customer service is our priority.
Albert Gallatin taking on Uniontown tonight. Boys high school basketball action here on WMBS. You can also watch the Laurel Highlands Elizabeth Forward game on the WMBS Facebook page. Being joined now by Albert Gallatin head coach Shea Fleener. And Shea, your Colonials coming off a tough loss on Wednesday against Elizabeth Forward, but still tied for the final playoff spot in the conference.
Yeah, I think that our section is still pretty wide open, honestly. Bell Vernon has wins against some of the other teams already, so honestly, we're kind of Bell Vernon fans right now. When they play everybody else, if they start sweeping teams, obviously, losses start mounting for those teams, and we still have an opportunity. Southmoreland will still have to eventually come to us, and the game the other night, we're 13 for 27 from the foul line after shooting 15 for 20 against Southmoreland, so had a bad night at the foul line, and then we were missing J.J. Jackson, who's a huge piece to our puzzle. He was out for the Elizabeth Forward game, and I think it would have made a pretty significant difference to have him in there. So, we had our opportunities, and we've had games where we've looked really good. I thought we played well against Bell Vernon. Even the Uniontown game the first time, if you wipe out the second quarter, it was 46-40 the other 3 quarters. So we played right with them the first, third, and fourth quarters, and their starters were in the game till the last 2 minutes or so, 2.5 minutes. So it wasn't like all of a sudden the starters weren't playing the game. So we competed with them. We got to figure out how to do it for 4 quarters. But we'll go from there.
Do you expect to have Jackson back tonight?
Yeah, he should be. He was a go in practice yesterday. So hopefully he's healthy. But I guess we'll find out when he gets out there.
VF coming up quickly again, and you'll play them next Friday after playing Laurel on Tuesday. So the second half swing will occur here pretty fast in the next 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, kind of excited about that though. Like I said, I think we've been doing some good things. Every game, even the Southmoreland game, there were times we just played really well, and that was a game Jackson got hurt. Didn't play the second half, and we kind of made a run right at the end of the first half. The same thing. We had a bad quarter, the first quarter against Southmoreland, and had to dig ourselves out of a hole. And we started to, and we were kind of working our way towards there, going into halftime. And literally right before halftime, he kind of tweaked the shoulder and didn't play the rest of that game. And so obviously that hurt for the remainder of that contest. And then not having him against Elizabeth Forward, like I said, he does a lot for us. And like I said, it's just I don't know. There's a lot of opportunities out there. I think a lot of us in the section are really even. Even Laurel Highlands right now. I know they haven't won a game, but in the section, but they've been playing everybody really hard and really tough. And it's not going to be surprising if they knock somebody off. And that could end up being a determining factor somewhere down the road too. But we just spoke in practice yesterday about little things being the difference between a lot of us. In games, like who wins the turnover battle, who wins the rebounding battle, who at least limits, because we're not a big team, so we have to limit offensive rebounding. We know we're going to give it up some. We have to limit it. But whoever loses the battle of the little things is probably going to be the team that loses games in our section, because I do think we're all pretty even. I think, obviously, like Southmoreland having Keffer, Bell Vernon having Zion Moore, they have those players, but as a unit, as a group, I think we're all pretty even. So, I don't know, it's going to make for an interesting second go-around in the section, I think.
Coach, appreciate your time. Best of luck tonight. We'll see you out there.
All right, thank you.
That's Albert Gallatin head coach Shea Flair. The Colonials at Uniontown tonight taking on the Red Raiders. Again, you can watch the Laurel Highlands Elizabeth Forward game on the WMBS Facebook page as well. And we'll talk to Laurel Highlands head coach John Smith when the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
Magisterial District Judge Daniel Shimshock wants you to stay safe during the winter months. When sending the kids off to school, make sure they are bundled up and watch the snow and ice. Take breaks when shoveling to make sure you don't overexert yourself. Magisterial District Judge Daniel Shimshock, wishing everyone a safe and fun winter season. That message from Magisterial District Judge Daniel Shimshock.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
M&R Transit, locally owned and operated by the Scott family, have been helping students travel safely to school in the Fayette County area for more than 4 years. M&R Transit is a proud sponsor of the Laurel Highlands basketball team and wishes all the area teams good luck. For more information about M&R Transit, call 724-439-3164. 724-439-3164. Or stop by their Uniontown office at 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue. Ready to update your home? Find what you need at Zen's Construction Warehouse. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff will be happy to help you the old-fashioned way. They'll answer your questions and get you started on your next home project. Conveniently located at 485 Walnut Hill Road in Continental. Zen's is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 2. For more information, call 724-366-8274 or visit Zen's Construction Warehouse's Facebook page. Zen's Construction Warehouse, their surplus is your savings.
When you are looking to make some extra cash for your aluminum cans, visit Cherokee Recycling, where aluminum can is king. Cherokee Recycling is open Monday through Friday, 9 till 5, and Saturdays, 8 till 12 noon, closed Sundays and holidays. Give Marcus or Rags a call today at 724-439-3228 for Cherokee Recycling, where recycling makes the most sense.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Accidents can happen at any time. At Stewart Collision Service in Uniontown, we are here to repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition. Have dents? Stewart Collision Service does paintless dent repair. So give us a call at 724-437-9381 or stop by 73 East Fayette Street for all your collision needs. We work with all insurances. Stewart Collision supports our local high school sports teams and wish you the best this season. That's Stewart Collision Service, 73 East Fayette Street in Uniontown, 724-437-9381.
Brian Rozak back here on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. Coverage of both Albert Gallatin at Uniontown and Elizabeth Ford at Laurel Highlands tonight. Being joined now by the head coach of the Mustangs, John Smith. And, Coach, your Mustangs really hung with Norwin through three quarters of basketball on Tuesday. Unfortunately, things really unraveled in that fourth quarter.
Yeah, we kind of cracked there. I thought the boys did a really good job. Norwin is honestly, in my opinion, I think they were one of the best defensive teams that we played this year. Hats off to them and Coach Maha. I mean, those boys, they don't make many mistakes on the defensive end of the floor. They're in good gaps, help defense. They don't over pursue. They close out well. It was a 30-30 game at the end of the third quarter. How we gave up 27 or 25 points in the fourth quarter is still a little bit, beyond me. But we made some mistakes. The boys play hard. The boys play hard. They've been playing hard all year long. Another game, we were right in there. And unfortunately, we just couldn't come out with the win.
Second half of the conference season starts tonight against Elizabeth Ford. You certainly hung with them first time around on their home floor. And you go back and you look at that game, I don't think they could have really shot any hotter from the field than they did that night. And I think your Mustangs certainly have a good shot at putting together a nice effort again tonight against the Warriors, who are kind of fighting for a playoff spot right now as well.
Definitely. Obviously, in our section, in our conference, we're familiar with them, played them down at their place. Number 4 he's a great ball handler or a great ball player all around. He shoots the ball well. He handles the ball well. They got some good size. They got the freshman kid that can come in and knock down some shots. So, we're looking forward to it. We got a game plan that we're going to try to go out and execute tonight. Like you said, in my opinion, I think we're going to give them a run for their money. It should be a good game by all accounts, and we're looking forward to it.
Coach, appreciate your time. Best of luck tonight against the Warriors.
All right, Brian, thanks.
That's Laurel Highlands head coach John Smith. Again, the Mustangs taking on the Elizabeth Forward Warriors tonight. Also coverage of Albert Gallatin at Uniontown. We'll get you out to your game next when the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues here on WMBS.
Attorney Thomas W. Schaefer litigated over 275 civil and criminal trials, some of which have been aired on Oprah, Inside Edition, and ESPN. Having an engineering degree, master's in business administration, and law degree qualifies him to go toe-to-toe with anyone. His firm concentrates in wills, trusts, estates, property transfers, personal injury, solar field and Marcellus gas negotiations, and family law. Small enough to care and smart enough to win. Phone 724-425-1162 or email TommySchaefer@hotmail.com.
Go to Ford Uniontown and trade me in. John Clinton with Dominic Carbone from 7-time President Award-winning Ford Uniontown. Dom, is it true we have over 90 pre-owned vehicles on the lot? John, we have more pre-owned vehicles now than we've ever had. Cars, trucks, SUVs, we got them. Both Ford and non-Ford, most are certified with factory warranty and competitive rates. So, John, what's new with new? Well, Dom, I'm glad you asked. Listen to this. All 2023 F-150s have 1.9% for up to 72 months. That's right, XLs, XLTs, Lariats, all models except for Raptor. And get this, Ford has a huge push on all 2023 SUVs with great rates on Escape, Edge, Bronco Sport, and don't forget the Explorer and Expedition. Stop, click, or call for complete details. Remember, we still offer online maintenance appointments and no charge pickup and delivery to your work and home. Your car knows, shouldn't you? That's 40 Uniontown on top of the hill across from Applebee's or 40uniontown.com. Must finance with Ford Motor Credit. Not all buyers will qualify.
Let's face it, sometimes local is better. Locally grown, locally sourced, shop local, eat local. But what about local expertise? At Allstate, Russ Playho is just that, a local. So contact Uniontown Allstate agent Russ Playho today at 724-439-9700. Russ can help you with the protection that's right for you and the things you love most. Allstate. Are you in good hands?
Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Savings vary. Life insurance offered through Allstate Life Insurance Company and Allstate Assurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois, and American Heritage Life Insurance Company, Jacksonville, Florida.
Uniontown Mayor Bill Gerke wishes our student-athletes a great winter sports season. Mayor Gerke would also like to wish Uniontown head coach Rob Kazmarski and the Uniontown Red Raiders basketball team the best of luck this year. As the mayor of Uniontown and proud graduate of Uniontown Area High School, Mayor Gerke is happy to see our student-athletes working hard, both in the classroom and in their athletic events.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Brian Rozak and Steve Superk back here at Uniontown High School, about 6 minutes away from the opening tip-off tonight. The Uniontown Red Raiders and the Albert Gallatin Colonials. Let's take a look at our starting lineups to be brought to you by SWGI Specialists, now U.S. Digestive Health at Uniontown. A different name, but the same team, providing the same exceptional digestive care to our communities. Wishing the best of luck to our Fayette County team. Steve?
All right, for the Colonials, coming in at 6-7 on the year, 2-3 in the Section 3. Starting at forward, a 6'2" senior, number 0, Blake White. At guard, a 6' senior, number 3, Mikkel Belt. At guard, a 5'6" sophomore, number 10, Evan Strimmel. At forward, a 6'4" junior, number 12, Jason Jackson. And at guard, a 5'10" junior, number 24, Shamir Wilson. For the Red Raiders, starting tonight at guard, a 5'10" junior, number 00, Notorious Grooms. At forward, a 6'3" senior, number 1, Jeremiah Hager. At forward, a 6'6" senior, number 4, Kadrian McLee. At guard, a 6'2" junior, number 10, Kellum Milsom. And at guard, a 6'2" senior, number 34, Jameer Braxton.
And you heard Rob Kazmarski say during the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show that Calvin Winfrey was going to start tonight, but Calvin, a last-minute scratch, will not play as he rests that ankle for the Red Raiders tonight. Take a quick 2-minute timeout. We'll be back and take a look at some other games going on around the WPIL this evening here on WMBS, Triple Live High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
For attorney Melinda Delarose, helping people with compassionate counseling, candid legal advice, strong advocacy, and professional commitment is what she does best. With an office at 99 East Main Street in downtown Uniontown, attorney Delarose specializes in family law, municipal law, and general civil litigation, as well as personal injury, estate planning, probate, and more. For more information, call attorney Melinda Delarose at 724-437-3200. That's 724-437-3200, or online at delaroselaw.com.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes. Colorectal cancer is common and often lethal. Screening is preventative and should begin at age 45, unless a person has a strong family history of colon cancer, when 40 is the recommended age. Doctors Ruthart, Calabrese, Hoppy, and I encourage everyone to follow these guidelines, as this can be a lifesaver. For more information, call our team at U.S. Digestive Health, 724-437-7677.
At Uniontown Printing Press, they are more than T-shirts. They are about you and everything you love. And they are local. Operated by Mookie John and Kenny Musco, they share the passion with your group, club, or team, the excitement you have for your event or cause, and that makes your business stand out from the rest. Uniontown Printing Press believes that custom T-shirts do more than just make you look good. They help you feel good and inspire you to do good. Call Uniontown Printing Press at 724-366-7095. That's 724-366-7095. Are you down with UPP?
Brian Rozak and Steve Superk back here at Uniontown High School. The Red Raiders hosting Albert Gallatin here tonight. You can also watch the Laurel Highlands Elizabeth Forward game on the WMBS Facebook page. Other local games going on tonight in 5A Section 1. Bethel Park at Ringgold. Connellsville's at Trinity. And Peters Township hosting Thomas Jefferson. Both Peters Township and Thomas Jefferson in the top 5 in 5A. It should be a pretty good game this evening. The other Section 3 4A matchup tonight is Bell Vernon at Southmoreland. Remember, the Scotties and the Leopards had quite a battle the first time around. Bell Vernon hanging on to beat Southmoreland in that game after they'd led by as many as 17. Southmoreland rallied back, made it a game late, but the Leopards hung on. Of course, Albert Gallatin has a win already this season over Bell Vernon, so their eyes on that game as well. Down in 3A, Washington hosting Brownsville, Charleroi at Mount Pleasant, and Yock at Waynesburg. Games going on in 2A tonight. Fraser at Fort Cherry, Carmichael's hosting Beth Center, and Bentworth at Chartiers Houston. And down in single A, Guibles at Monessen, California at West Green, and Mapletown hosting Jefferson Morgan. And Steve, tonight pretty much officially starts the second half of the conference season, but things are going to go pretty quickly here. In fact, the conference finale between Uniontown and Laurel Highlands just 2 weeks away.
Yep, season goes pretty quick, doesn't it? It's kind of like football. Once you get in the flow of it, it's almost over. And still got a couple weeks left and a lot of basketball. Heck, they're playing tomorrow on a Saturday, right? So they're playing tomorrow, and then next week got a couple games. So should be, hey, it's a stretch run. Got to have your A game right now.
That should be a pretty fun game tomorrow. Uniontown playing up at North Hills High School against Baldwin, a 6A opponent, quality team, just a couple of losses on the year, and they played head-to-head with top teams like Upper St. Clair and Mount Lebanon all season long.
Yeah, that should be fun. A different venue for us, right? We haven't been to North Hills High School in a long time, so it's a little different than the Montour, which was a beautiful gym, but we'll see what that's like tomorrow, and should be a lot of fun.
I did a California boys playoff game there years ago, and they do a press box for us. But you're right, that Montour complex, really nice. You can kind of walk all around the gym and go around the concourse area. Really not a bad view anywhere in that gym.
Yeah, it's like a mini arena.
Yeah, small college gym.
Yeah.
And Uniontown trying to bounce back after that loss against South Allegheny on Tuesday. Red Raiders 14-1 overall, 5-0 in conference play. Albert Gallatin 6-7 overall, 2-3 in the conference. We're back with the opening tip-off right after this here on WMBS, the Trib Live High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
Attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt at Watson Mundorf LLP wish all of our local teams the best of luck this year. Watson Mundorf is a premier regional law firm whose experience and expertise empower it to not only be an advocate for its clients, but also provide them with exceptional service to exceed expectations. With offices in Uniontown and Connellsville, they are local and here to serve you. Call 724-626-8882 for attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt.
This is Jim Detweiler wishing you Happy New Year from Thurby's Riverside Ford. We are pleased to announce our 2023 model year clearance sale. New Ford incentives have just been announced, and we've got some fantastic deals for you. All new 2023 Ford Escape, Edge, and Explorers come with 0% for 36 months. All new 2023 Ford F-150 pickups, the best-selling truck on the planet, come with 2.9% for 72 months. Plus, we just received a fresh load of new Bronco Sports, and they come with 0% for 36 months. We have the inventory, and we have the deals. Thurby's Riverside Ford Sales, your presidential award-winning dealer, located 1 mile past Lady Luck Casino on Route 40. Offer expires January 31st, 2024. Ford credit financing is required. See Joey, Sammy, Jimmy, or Ashley.
Introducing Target Safety Solutions Division, LLC. Located at 94 Atlas Road in Uniontown, Target Safety Solutions specializes in vehicle calibrations after a vehicle is involved in a collision. Target Safety Solutions can perform vehicle alignments, state inspections, minor mechanical repairs, including brakes and suspension work, as well as tire replacement. And their alignment machine can accommodate lowered vehicles, dually trucks, and box trucks. Vehicles are now made with many safety features in order to keep their occupants safe. That is the reason Target Safety Solutions was originated. The new state-of-the-art facility at Target Safety Solutions is open from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. They are currently taking new customers and accepting commercial and fleet accounts as well. Nick and Mike are ready to provide you with fast, friendly, professional service. Call Nick at 724-562-2960. That's 724-562-2960 for Target Safety Solutions, located at 94 Atlas Road in Uniontown.
Back here at Uniontown High School, just about set to go. The Uniontown Red Raiders and the Albert Gallatin Colonials. Nice to have you along with us tonight. Brian Morozak along with Steve Super Billy Dice behind the camera on our Facebook Live video feed. And Nick Barczyk back at sound, our Davis & Davis Attorneys Studios. Get our live video stream tonight, courtesy of Mamaruka's Pizza Shop and Uniontown Detailing. The Red Raiders in the home whites, maroon numbers. And Steve, a change tonight. Their bench across the court to our left. the Albert Gallatin Colonials in their away black. Silver numbers, white trim, their bench across the court to our right. Uniontown and Albert Gallatin also switched the home and away locker rooms tonight as well. The Uniontown locker room now on the right side of the Uniontown student section, as you see it here on our screen if you're watching on the Facebook Live video stream. And I think certainly some good moves. I was talking to Uniontown Superintendent Mr. Macheski, Dr. Macheski, earlier as well, and you look at some of the improvements they made here today, I think certainly for the benefit of the student athletes and everybody in attendance here tonight.
Yeah, well, hopefully they got everything under control and focus on playing some basketball, right?
The Red Raiders trying to bounce back. It should be a fun weekend, Steve. Another back-to-back situation. We mentioned it earlier as well. The Red Raiders on the road at North Hills tomorrow, taking on the Fighting Highlanders of Baldwin. But first they have to worry about getting past the Albert Gallatin Colonials tonight. You go back and you look at that first meeting between the two schools. They played a very tight opening quarter before the Red Raiders shut out Albert Gallatin in the second quarter. And how often do you see a high school basketball team get shut out in a given quarter? And that's what happened to the Colonials against the Red Raiders in York Run in early January.
Well, let's see if they, a little bit more of that. It'll be more of the same, right? So they got to, this is a big, it's never a huge crowd as far as people, but it seems it's
sold out tonight.
It's sold out, so it seems, they cram them in here, and it's an intimidating place to play because the fans are right on top of you, and they will shoot towards the Uniontown students in the first half, which is kind of interesting that they switched benches because you would think you'd want them shooting there in the second half.
Again, all done for safety reasons.
I know, but...
Now here we go. Kadrian McLean in the center circle to jump against Blake White. Your officials, Bob Fisher, Bernie George, and Jeff Units. We're set to go from A.J. Everhart Memorial Gymnasium as the Colonials win the opening tap, and it'll go back to Michael Belt. He'll bring it across, who's fronted by Jameer Braxton. Again, Braxton enters with 981 career points, 19 shy of 1,000 for his career. Now Blake White spinning on the inside, got pinned up there by Kadrian McLean. Finds the loose ball, sends it across to Hager. Now Jameer Braxton. Braxton spinning on the inside, and he'll be called for the travel. Bernie George right on top of that one. The Colonials will send it in just 21 seconds into this one tonight. And the Red Raiders in their 2-2-1 press. As you had Jackson try to hand it off there to Belt, got intercepted. Red Raiders back on it on the near block. Kellen Milsom laying it up and in. So the Red Raiders press effective here in the opening minutes, Steve. They have a little double team on again here on Wilson, is able to bring it across to Blake White. White pulling it out over on the far wing, and then a little shovel up there from Michael Belt. Couldn't get it to go, got his own rebound on his back, resets up top, and the three ball from Blake White was halfway down, rattled out, and Jameer Braxton pulls down the rebound there for Uniontown. That's quite a rebound there, Steve, from the seat of his pants. Something you don't see every day. McLean, a little switch here with Milsom. Milsom lost the dribble, kicks it out near side. Grooms for three on the way. No good. High rebound. McLean for that tap out. Gets it over there to Milsom, drives back a miss. Third attempt on the possession. Jeremiah Hager laying it up and in. So 4 unanswered for the Red Raiders here in the opening minute and a half. And quickly, White breaking the press there for Albert Gallatin. Lost the handle. Grooms finds it, just throws it high in the air. Evan Strimmel brings it down there for Albert Gallatin. Comes back inside, put it off the glass. No good, but the tip in good for Blake White. First 2 of the game for the Colonials team.
It's good hustle by White. Strimmel there, just the smaller Strimmel tried to drive in amongst the trees and threw it high off the glass, and White was able to get the rebound.
Hager for 3 off the mark, missed that one wide to left. And the rebound pulled down by Jason Jackson. Again, Jackson missed Albert Gallatin's game Wednesday against Elizabeth Forward, but drains a 3 here to put Albert Gallatin in the lead at 5-4 over Uniontown. Here's the 6:03 mark of the first 5 unanswered for the Colonials.
That was Jackson?
Correct.
Yeah.
The 6'4 junior forward came in averaging close to 8 points and 7 rebounds a game. On the other side, Jameer Braxton will turn and shoot no good. Blake White, the rebound there for Albert Gallatin. Off to Shymere Wilson and across. Up the floor to Jackson. Pulls it back to Blake White, who resets. White trying to spin off of Kellen Milsom. Little double team comes over with Grooms. Resetting it back to Wilson. Now in the corner again to Jackson. Jackson coming baseline far side. Tough matchup there with McLean. Kicks it near corner. 3 ball on the way up, and Strimmel came up short. And Jameer Braxton the rebound there for Uniontown. Red Raiders down 1 at 5-4. Great bounce pass forward from Jameer Braxton. down to Jeremiah Hager. Lays it up and in to give Uniontown the lead back at 6-5.
Well, we had a good view of that. It was a beautiful bounce pass by the Red Raiders by Braxton.
Again, the Colonials break the press as Wilson misses on a three. White looking for another tip in. It goes out of bounds off of Albert Gallatin and out. And Uniontown will get it back, leading 6-5 here at the 5:03 mark of the first. Here's Notorious Grooms bringing it across for Uniontown. Wilson defending with McLeese setting the screen. Jumper from the foul line. Grooms no good. High rebound brought down by Albert Gallatin's Blake White. White off to Michael Belton across on the far side. Talking to Michael's dad before the game. Actually, Steve has the same camera we do. Does a lot of videography work around the area. Jackson turns it over there for Albert Gallatin. Red Raiders send it down to Jameer Braxton, and they're going to call the charge there on Jameer.
Just a little out of control by Jameer, and he kind of tough luck there as he ran over Strimmel. And there's really not much you could do about that one.
And the Red Raiders got into foul trouble on Tuesday against South Allegheny. Had a couple of players foul out to try to avoid that here tonight. 6-5 Uniontown lead. Albert Gallatin with the basketball. Here's White coming far wing and in. Pretty move in the finish. Blake White.
I don't know if that was intended. I think he lost control of it, and then he dribbled it right through McLee's
legs, didn't he?
Yeah.
7-6 Albert Gallatin lead. Braxton back on the other side. Quick two for Uniontown. Jameer Braxton, his first two of the game, now 17 shy of 1,000 for his career. Red Raiders go back up one at 8-7. Here's Belt, little hop step, drive from the far wing, and then got it swatted away. We'll stay with Albert Gallatin here in the Uniontown zone.
Please hurt. Looked like he got hit in the head. Maybe a contact or something. He's messing with his eye a little bit. Hopefully they just got poked in the eye just to hopefully it'll be all right.
And Isaac Ellsworth will check in now on the Uniontown side, replacing McLee as Albert Gallatin works with the basketball. Wilson in the corner for three. No good. High rebound brought down there by Jeremiah Hager. Off to Kellen Milsom and across here on the near side. Red Raiders an 8-7 lead in the basketball as Milsom leans and misses. Wilson, the backside rebound there for Albert Gallatin. Up the floor to Blake White, who gets another two to go for Albert Gallatin. White hot so far, Steve, is 6 of the 9 for Albert Gallatin. The Colonials lead at 9-8. Here's the 3:30 mark of the first. Here's Notorious over to Jameer Braxton up top. Braxton, a little crossover, working right of the lane. Going to wave it off and call the travel there on Jameer, and the Red Raider faithful don't like that call. What'd you think of it, Steve?
Well, it could have went. It definitely looked like he shuffled his feet a little bit. Sometimes you see the refs kind of let the players get away with that, but calling a little tight here to start.
AG, the basketball, up 9-8. Jackson, a little spin, lost the handle. Found there by Hager, off and across to Milsom. Milsom kicking it out, far side, three ball on the way. Ellsworth rattling out, ball tipped around underneath. Great save, Hager, but White poked it away. No foul call, just out of bounds off of Albert Gallatin. Will stay with Uniontown here in the Colonial Zone. 2:55 left here in the opening quarter. Groom sending it into Braxton. Braxton out in front, leaning and scoring. Jameer Braxton now with 4 here in the opening quarter. Uniontown back on top at 10-9. Belt coming through center. Double team came over. Red Raiders deflected out of bounds. AG keeps possession here in the Uniontown zone. Now Eric Townsend checking in on the Uniontown side. Jeremiah Hager will take a seat. And Jackson works it in here for Albert Gallatin. Into Belt in the backcourt. Belt coming back across, and Braxton got a piece of it. Knocked it out of bounds. Again, ruled by Bernie George. Albert Gallatin basketball.
Yeah, good block by Braxton. Fortunate maybe they didn't call a foul there. He got him a little bit on the arm, but a lot of ball. That looked like a travel there by the AG. No call.
That was Mekhi Belt, McKell's brother. And on the other side for Uniontown, Eric Townsend with a basket. So Townsend a quick 2 off the bench, extending the Uniontown lead at 12-9. Red Raiders force another turnover. Ellsworth forward to Grooms. Take a 3 from the far wing. Came up short, high rebound. Tracked down there by the Colonials. Jackson back through center. Jackson could have been a double dribble there, not called. Over to Wilson, far corner, long 2, no good. Rebound brought down by Milsom, off and across to Torrey Grooms. Torrey driving back and scoring for Uniontown. First 2 of the game for Notorious Grooms. And the Red Raiders a little surge here, Steve, to take a 5-point lead. And Torrey a strip there on Michael Belt. And another quick 2 for Notorious Grooms in Uniontown. And the lead now up to 16-9, and Shea Fleener might want to think about taking a timeout. Uniontown has these little surges.
Just the game all of a sudden got completely helter-skelter, a lot of chaos.
Used to call them those zoomies, Steve.
Yeah, the zoomies.
Got another one here, forcing a turnover. And Milsom coming back and laying it up and in. And now you'll get your timeout. It's an 18-9 Uniontown lead, 1:28 left here in the first. We're back at 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Brewston Chiropractic Studio is the new chiropractic office in town. Located inside Spin Unlimited, just behind the Texas Roadhouse, Dr. Stephen Lynch and Dr. Brooke Sova are well-versed in the latest chiropractic and soft tissue techniques to help you get out of pain and functioning at your best. Call 724-912-6505 or go online at www.brewstonwellness.com for more information or to schedule your appointment.
Pizza, beer, atmosphere. It's all at Mom Maruka's Pizza, located on Barton Mill Road in Uniontown. Mom Maruka's is your prime spot to enjoy local high school sports. Family owned and operated, the Sampson family carries on the tradition of homemade pizza, salads, wings, and the best Italian hoagie and homemade bruschetta in town. Mom Maruka's is open Monday through Saturday from 4 to 10 for indoor and outdoor dining and takeout. Don't forget Mom's catering services for your next party or gathering. Call 724-438-9066 or visit MomMarukaPizza.com for their menu and live music schedule.
Back here at Uniontown High School, a little Red Raiders surge as Uniontown up 18-9 here at the 1:28 mark of the first.
Pretty funny. Shea called that timeout. He was yelling at the officials, said there's only one foul. But, you know, what he's got to be careful of, he doesn't have any fouls on his team, so you better be careful what he asks for. This game's helter-skelter. There could have been a lot of fouls called, but refs are letting them play on both ends, so you really can't argue. I mean, they're calling it kind of the same both ways.
That could have been a double dribble there, and Albert Gallatin not called, but Jackson comes back, gets a quick two there for the Colonials. AG back to within 7 at 18-11.
Technical foul. What was that?
That's going to go on Shea. You're right, Steve. You called that before it happened.
Yeah. What do they call, a warning? What do they call?
No, it wasn't a technical then. It must just be a warning that was issued because no foul was posted.
Don't see any warnings very often.
Yeah, and nobody was shooting. Here's Braxton on the far wing. We'll get a clarification from the officials during the quarter break. Rooms back into Braxton. He'll scoop that one up and in. So Braxton, 6 already. Again, came into the game 19 shy of 1,000 for his career. Off to a good start. Uniontown back up 9 at 20-11. 31 seconds left here in the opening quarter. On the far wing is Wilson. Trying to pull it back up top. Townsend knocked it down. Forward to Milsom. Hands off Braxton. Great ball movement. And the finish on the far block from Notorious Grooms. Now 6 from Grooms.
Another timeout.
And Shea's going to take another timeout. 19 seconds left here in the opening quarter. We're back at 60 on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Attorney Thomas W. Schaefer litigated over 275 civil and criminal trials, some of which have been aired on Oprah, Inside Edition, and ESPN. Having an engineering degree, master's in business administration, and law degree qualifies him to go toe-to-toe with anyone. His firm concentrates in wills, trusts, estates, property transfers, personal injury, solar field and Marcellus gas negotiations, and family law. Small enough to care and smart enough to win. Phone 724-425-1162 or email TommySchaefer@hotmail.com.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowls Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SprowlsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Final 15 seconds of this opening quarter. And Steve, you confirm that was a bench warning issued to Albert Gallatin and Shea Fleener.
And it was. Our friend Bernie George.
Here's Blake White for 3 up top, off the front of the rim, no good. Ellsworth, the rebound there for Uniontown, and time will expire. And after 1 quarter of basketball, the Red Raiders have doubled up the Albert Gallatin Colonials at 22-11. Second quarter comes your way next in 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car and drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Your health is the most important thing to you. When you need physical therapy, find the best clinic to serve you. Movement Physiotherapy, now located off Route 40 on Pedro Drive, west of Uniontown, understands this and wants to help ease the stress. Tyler Gasick has over 10 years of experience helping people improve their health with physical therapy and is ready to help you. Tyler's from the Uniontown area and is committed to helping improve his community. To schedule your appointment, phone 724-912-PTPT or visit Movement Physiotherapy online at movementpp.com.
Back here at Uniontown High School, 22-11 lead for the Uniontown Red Raiders over the Albert Gallatin Colonials. Blake White leading the way for Albert Gallatin with 6. Notorious Grooms and Jameer Braxton have 6 apiece for Uniontown. Here's Braxton on the inside. Shot with the left hand and the finish for Jameer. So Jameer came in needing 19 for 1,000, has 8 already. And a make there as the Red Raiders up 13. White breaking the press out to his right to Wilson. Wilson got 2 deep, needs to reset. Sends it up top to Jackson. A little switch back here with White, who's fronted there by Uniontown's Kellen Milsom. Little handoff back to Shymir Wilson in front of the Uniontown bench, who backs off and resets here high on the right. Wilson looking for operating room. Tough matchup there with Braxton. And we'll draw the foul here on Jameer, which will be his second if it goes on Jameer.
Could be on Jameer. It could be on McLee. Let's see who they call it on Jameer. That's his second.
We'll have to watch that as Wilson heads to the free throw line. Wilson, a pretty good free throw shooter, 28 of 37 so far this season, 76%. And makes the first of 2 here for Albert Gallatin. Colonials as a team shooting 61%, 126 of 206. The 24-12 lead now for Uniontown over Albert Gallatin.
It's funny, both coaches complaining to the officials, but it's kind of calling it, the same both ways, pretty loose, right? They're they're calling tight traveling calls, but they're not letting.
Pretty move there from
fouls.
Jameer, went between defenders with the finish to give him 10. Across town, Laurel Highlands a 31-17 lead over Elizabeth Forward.
Wow.
So a good start for the Mustangs tonight as well. Here it's 26-12 Uniontown. 7:05 left before halftime.
Buddy.
Actually, Steve, I was watching didn't reset for me. That was the old JV score. 7-6 Elizabeth Forward.
There you go.
It started at the beginning instead of where it's at. Actually, just reset again. It's 18-12 Elizabeth Forward over Laurel Highlands. So there's the correction, and there's Wilson for 3 for Albert Gallatin, and he hits it. So Shymir Wilson made a free throw earlier. Drains a 3 there, so he now has 4, and the lead at 26-15. Red Raiders will dump down, and a charge is going to be called here on Kadrian McLee after getting a feed from Jameer Braxton.
Call there. Just, McLee catches a pass in the paint, and the AG defender just kind of hit, and I wouldn't call it a flop, but he kind of hit him. McLee's a big kid, and just kind of ran him over, and a tough break there. McLee really had to go catch the ball, right? So he really couldn't.
Yeah, wasn't much he could really do in that situation.
Right.
Here's Jackson, had it poked, good save there. Blake White high on the right, back in the corner again to Jackson. Jackson trying to spin off McLee, and they're going to roll him out of bounds. And Uniontown will get it back. It's kind of ironic that you might have Braxton go over 1,000 career points tonight against his former team. Remember, he started his varsity career playing for Shea Fleener and Albert Gallatin.
Yeah.
Here's Grooms playing catch with Milsom in the backcourt. Now they'll bring it across to Kellum. It goes cross-court near side, high feed from Notorious. Down to Jeremiah Hager, leans and gets that one to go a little up and under finish that time for Jeremiah.
Seems like a long time ago that he played for AG.
Yes, he did. Just a couple of years back.
It's only 4 years of high school, but it seems like longer than that, doesn't it?
Jameer with 6. The Uniontown lead back up to 13. Here's Jackson near wing, high arcing 3-0. Good Jameer, the backside rebound there for Uniontown. And Jameer now working out of his own zone. And Jameer handing off to Kadrian. And they're going to call a charge there on Jameer. So that's going to be his 3rd, Steve. And he'll likely have to sit the rest of the first half.
I don't know. I think Coach K wants him to get those points, but he's going to sit him for a little bit.
So third personal on Jameer Braxton.
That's what happened up at, where were we, Southmoreland? Did he have to sit there for a little while?
As things happen. In fact, 2 of the 3 fouls so far on Jameer have been charges.
Yeah.
Had the other one back in the Uniontown zone. Got caught underneath. And here's Wilson for 3 for Albert Gallatin. Missed that one wide left. Same team on the rebound. Brought down by Jeremiah Hager. Off to Notorious Grooms and across. Torrey up top. Kicks it out. Far wing Milsom. Milsom takes it back on the inside. Good handoff. And Jeremiah Hager playing some basketball tonight for Uniontown. He has 8 already, and the Red Raiders have doubled up the Colonials at 30-15 here at the 5:12 mark of the second quarter. Wilson fakes the 3, little dump down underneath and out in front. That's the freshman Tyrone Burton with the finish. Burton at 6'3" has given Shea Fleener some pretty good minutes so far this season. Colonials back to within 13. Ellsworth pinned up here right in front of us after a little poke. Isaac able to regain, send it down the baseline there to Kellum, but it poked by Wilson. And Wilson going for the save, trying to get the timeout. No travel called. Albert Gallatin keeps possession. Michael Belt in the lane with a little bit of contact. No foul called, and they'll count the 2 there for Belt. Uniontown wanted a charge.
Well, that could have been a charge. He knocked him over, but he kind of was, I think the reason they gave it to him is because he was trying to go to the side and trying to avoid the contact. He didn't. But the officials, they're going to call it tip ball and give it back to Uniontown there.
Jay didn't like that call, to say the least.
Still not 1 foul on AG tonight.
In this quarter. I don't think they had one in the game. You're right.
None in the game. Yeah, they didn't have any in the first quarter either.
Notorious will send it in to Kadrian McAlee. We'll touch there from Milsom. Back to Grooms. Dump down Kadrian. Up top, Kellen. 3 on the way. Good, Kellen Milsom. So Milsom got the start tonight with 7 already. And Uniontown a 33-19 lead over Albert Gallatin here with 4:13 left before halftime. Shymere Wilson for Albert Gallatin. Whistle on the floor. What do we got? And an offensive foul here on the Colonials. There you go, Steve, looking for a foul on AG. You got it on Tyrone Burton.
Well, I wasn't looking for it. I was just saying that they haven't had any, but there you go.
Just giving you a hard time. 33-19, Red Raiders with a basketball back. Here's Torrey Grooms back in the corner again to Milsom. Milsom rotating back to the wing. We'll switch back with Torrey. Now Kellum again. He'll spot up for the 3. This one in and out. High rebound. Torrey brings it down. And a whistle and another foul here on Albert Gallatin. This one gets posted on.
Should be 21, I believe. Yep.
You're right. That's Makai Belt. Another freshman, Michael's brother.
One thing I noticed tonight with the Red Raiders, it just looks different. They are passing the ball better than we've seen all year.
Yeah, very good ball movement.
Yeah.
It's been crisp, and we'll need to do that again tomorrow against a very solid Baldwin team up at North Hills High School. That'll be a 6 o'clock scheduled start. Don't be surprised if the opening tip-off a little bit later than that. I think we're the 5th of 5 games over there tomorrow. Here's Torrey Grooms for 3, a miss. Ball loose here on the near side. Milsom to save, keeps it alive, comes near baseline. Hand off to Hager, gets trying to reposition and had it blocked away. And now Michael Belt comes back here for Albert Gallatin, and Michael trying to go between Red Raider defenders, and he got fouled.
Wow, not much of a foul there. They're going to probably call it on Milsom, but McLeish stripped the ball away. Let's see who they call it on. They're going to call it on Milsom, and I don't know what he did. He was just kind of running along, and not much contact for Milsom.
I didn't have too many options in that situation. Now Michael Belt at the foul line, knocks down the first of 2. Michael for the season, 71% from the free throw line, 40 of 56. Averages 12.5 points a game. Colonial senior. Second of 2 free throws, good again for Michael Belt. Cross town, Elizabeth Ford leads Laurel Highlands now 26-18. I'm sure, Steve, that's the correct score.
Yep.
3:19 here left before halftime.
Tony is in contact with our man Eric Sampson down at the Mamarukas. They're going to save a table for us tonight, Brian.
Mamarukas, one of our video stream sponsors tonight, along with Uniontown Detail.
Get the sausage ready for your pizza. I know you like the sausage on your pizza.
Here's Ellsworth, got hit on the outside and still drains the 3. So Isaac Ellsworth, first points of the night come from outside the 3-point arc. He knocks it down, an opportunity here for a rare 4-point play. He's been very impressive, Steve, this season. Only a sophomore. That's his 21st made 3 of the year. and increases the Uniontown lead to 15 now at 36-21. His free throw attempt there is no good. The Red Raiders keep it alive. They'll swing it back around Ellsworth, looking for another one. That one rattling out. This time the rebound pulled down by Albert Gallatin, Shymir Wilson. Wilson out of his own zone, touching it off to Belt, and he got fouled there by Notorious Grooms. The first on Torrey, I believe.
The coach didn't like the call, but it definitely, there had to be some contact there, right?
Red Raiders over the limit here in the second quarter, so it'll be 2 free throws here for Albert Gallatin. Again, you hit 5 in any quarter, you shoot 2 the rest of the period. And Belt just hit a couple of free throws for Albert Gallatin. Go back to the foul line here with Albert Gallatin down 15 at 36-21. First of 2 free throws good for Michael Belton. So far tonight, Steve, a good bounce back for Uniontown after that loss on Tuesday. They look more crisp out there on the court. Second of 2 free throws, good again from Belts.
Well, they're moving the ball around pretty good. There are a lot of, unselfish passes I've seen so far where guys were driving in, and then the guy all of a sudden, like Hager, pops open and they get the ball to him for an easy buckets.
Grooms a drive there, couldn't finish. Belt back on the other side, kicks it in the corner. That's Evan Strimmel trying to reset out in front. Floater no good. McLeod the rebound there for Uniontown, trying to send it off to Hager. Got intercepted by White. Pulls it back to Wilson. Was able to scoop it up and in. So Shymir Wilson with 6 here in the second quarter. And the Colonials back to within 11, down 36-25. Grooms handing off there to McLeod. Baseline far side. Townsend couldn't finish. Ball loose underneath. We'll get a whistle and a foul call. Let's see what we got here, Steve. It's going to be a push here on Uniontown.
Maybe. It could be on AG. Let's see what they're going to call it on.
McLeod.
See, he didn't do a lot there, Brian, to get a foul. I mean, he's just so tall. He's reaching up for the ball. Bodies are flying, but I didn't see a lot there to warrant a foul there for all the action we've seen.
Second for Cadrian. It was not a player control foul, so they will shoot 2. Back on the other side because Cadrian did not have possession of the basketball, so Jason Jackson will shoot the free throws. Jackson, 13 of 26 so far this season from the free throw line, 50%. And this is on the first of 2 here.
Yeah, that one missed badly to the right.
If you go by his stats here, Stevie should make this one. Second of 2, and this one is no good. He misses both free throws. Uniontown the rebound as Cadrian McLeod pulls it down. Off to Torrey Grooms and across here on the near side. Uniontown the basketball leading by 11 at 36-25 as we go under 2 minutes left here in the second quarter. Torrey a little switch back there with Ellsworth. Back to Torrey, fires the 3 far wing. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Albert Gallatin's Evan Strimmel. Sending it ahead to Blake White, who lays it up and in. So White, his first 2 here in the second quarter is 8 for the game. Albert Gallatin still hanging around. They're down 9 at 36-27. Townsend pulled it out here to Ellsworth for Uniontown. 1:36 left before halftime. Ellsworth from the elbow pulled it out to Notorious Grooms, fronted there by Michael Belt as Torrey takes it on the baseline and rattles another one home. Notorious Grooms now with 8. Uniontown goes back up 11 at 38-27 with 1:22 left before halftime. Wilson back on the other side, fakes the 3, now drives inside, got blocked underneath. Good block there from Cadrian McLeod. Red Raiders tried a little outlet pass forward, got tied up underneath. White was calling for timeout, but the ruling's going to be a jump ball as Bernie George got knocked out, one of our officials. Hopefully he's okay.
I don't know. Looked like his knee buckled. Hopefully he's okay.
He went down. Kind of got hit from behind, it looked like, Steve. Tough to see.
Yeah.
And they're going to have a little officials timeout. Take a quick 30, 1:11 left before halftime. 38-27, Uniontown back at 30 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Find more snuggle time this winter and be prepared for the cold with the help of First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. With a home improvement loan, a home equity loan, or home equity line of credit, you can finally upgrade that old furnace, take care of that leaking roof, or replace those outdated floors. Keep the cold out and the warm and cozy in your home this winter. Visit a loan officer today or apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729.
Back here at Uniontown High School, Bernie gives the double thumbs up. Yeah. I think he's all right, Steve, and that's good to see. He's trying to get loose. Teams will break out of their respective huddles. So that was an official's timeout, not charged to either team. 1:11 left before halftime, 38-27. Uniontown leading Albert Gallatin. Again, tomorrow Uniontown takes on Baldwin. And our airtime will be in flux just depending on the games in front of us. The scheduled tip time is 6 o'clock, but we'll see with all those games being played in front of us what time the game will actually start. But stay tuned to WMBS. As soon as we get close to tip time, we'll hit the air both on Facebook and on the radio. Here's Michael Belt driving back. Tough shot, but got it to go, banking that one in. So Michael Belt, 8 points all here in the second quarter. Colonials back to within 9 of Uniontown at 38-29. Here's Jeremiah Hager. Pulling it out there to Milsom. Back to Hager on the give and go, and Jeremiah another finish. AG fans wanted to travel, didn't get it. So Jeremiah now with 10. And coming back here, we're going to have a foul called on Uniontown. And that will go on Isaac Ellsworth. His first, team, again, over the limit here in the quarter. And Michael Belt heads back to the free throw line where he's 4 for 4 here in the second quarter on the Albert Gallatin side. Colonials down 11, make it 10 as Belt knocks down the first of 2 free throws. He's been very consistent tonight, Steve. Senior guard for Albert Gallatin. Yep. Trying to make it 6 for 6 and does just that. And has an even 10 points all here in the second quarter. Albert Gallatin back to within 9 at 40-31. 40 seconds left before halftime. Grooms over to McLee. Back to Grooms on the switch. Now Cadrian again. Those two play catch. Now send it off to Jeremiah Hager on the far side. Hager's 3-ball no good. Ellsworth offensive rebound. Kicks it back in the corner. Notorious Grooms rattles it in. 3-ball corner pocket. Notorious Grooms in double figures with 11. Lead back up to 12 at 43-31. And Jackson looking for the answer back. This is there on the 3 out the front of the rim. Down to 14 seconds left in the quarter. Red Raiders back on a 3-on-2. Now they get Milsom involved, coming far wing and in, a lot of contact. Milsom shot attempt no good, but he was fouled, and he'll have a pair of free throws upcoming here for Uniontown. With 9.4 left on the clock here in the quarter.
Foul goes on Jackson. Should be his first.
It does. Milsom, 7 of 14 so far this season from the free throw line. Misses on the first of 2 here. Jay Fleener was telling us, Steve, that free throw shooting kind of did his team in that 5-point loss against Elizabeth Forward on Wednesday night. They were not crisp from the foul line in York Run. They've been pretty good here tonight, and Kellen Milsom, after missing the first.
Yeah, they've only missed 1 free throw. Well, they've missed three.
Well, Milsom hit the second, and a block on the other side as Wilson had it knocked away, and then Ellsworth from midcourt. This is on the shot attempt there for Uniontown. So we've reached halftime. It's 44-31. Uniontown leading Albert Gallatin. Stay tuned for a halftime show being brought to you by the Radcliffe Martin Law Firm. Some of the Red Raiders tried to go to the other locker room. They forgot, Steve.
Yeah.
And we're back in a moment with the Red Raiders up 13 over the Colonials here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
NovaCare Rehabilitation is now in Masontown. Using a personalized plan of care and one-on-one sessions, NovaCare gives you an advantage in rehabilitation. Dr. Haley Cruiser and our professional staff are certified to use industry-leading treatments, including LVST Big Therapy for Parkinson's disease, which increases mobility, improves balance, and decreases time necessary to complete tasks. These services supplement NovaCare's exceptional orthopedic, concussion, and vestibular dysfunction resources. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call our new Masontown office on Route 21 McClellantown Road at 724-491-5220. Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com, and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry.
The T-Berry Law Office and attorney Vincent M. T-Berry would like to thank everyone who voted them Best Law Firm and Criminal Defense Attorney in the 2023 Best in Fayette contest. The T-Berry Law Office specializes in criminal defense, wills and estates, family law, and personal injury. The T-Berry Law Office is located at 84 East Main Street, across the street from the Fayette County Courthouse in Uniontown. Make your first call to attorney Vincent M. T-Berry in the T-Berry Law Office. Phone 724-430-0300 or visit their new website at tberrylawoffice.com. The T-Berry Law Office. Small town, big results.
Looking for a fast, friendly notary service? Sandy Howell Notary Services, LLC, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, PA, is here to help with transfers, plate renewals, new PA plates, and more. They serve Uniontown, Smithfield, Fairchance, and surrounding areas. Open weekday evenings starting at 5:30 p.m., Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sandy Howell Notary Services, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more, because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at Gary'sAutoSales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
Are you considering a project design and don't know where to start? K2 Engineering offers a wide range of professional civil, architectural, and municipal services to meet your individual project needs. Our versatility, combined with our personalized approach, is what sets us apart as a full-service engineering and consultation firm. To learn more about our services, please visit us on the web at www.k2engineering.net. K2 Engineering, where customer service is our priority.
From chips and cracks to splits and shatters, if you need new glass, Fay West Glass Company is the one to call. Fay West Glass has served Fayette and Greene counties for over 25 years and specializes in residential glass installations and replacements, plus commercial and industrial glass. So when that window's busted or that sliding door shattered and you can't wait, Fay West is available. 724-439-8600. That's 724-439-8600. Proudly local and veteran-owned, Fay West Glass will earn your business.
Casey Sports Cafe, located at 243 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown and owned by the Vernon family, wants you to know they have new evening hours. And those new hours are 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday and 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. on the weekends. Come to Casey Sports Cafe and check out their new menu ideas and entrees. Casey's can also cater your next event. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Casey's is the place to eat. Call 724-550-4126.
Uniontown a 44-31 lead over Albert Gallatin here at halftime. Steve, with your halftime stats. They're brought to you by First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Steve?
Okay, for the Colonials, White with 8 points. McKeel Belt with 10. Jason Jackson 5. Wilson with 6. And Burton with 2. They scored 11 in the first. They did have 20 in the second for 31 at the half. Kind of keep themselves in the game a little bit there with those 20 points in the second half. Red Raiders pretty balanced, 22 points in each quarter, 44 at the half. And Grooms has 11 points, Hager with 10, Milsom with 8, Ellsworth hit a 3, he has 3, Townsend with 2, and Braxton with 10. Again, they had 22 in each quarter, and they lead it 44-31.
They're actually checking, Steve, the rim off to our right and actually still doing a little bit of work on it.
Yeah, I don't know if it was, there was more like the net. There was somebody, Shea questioned something about the net. Let's see what's wrong with it. It looks normal to us, but, you know.
He's a closer observant than we are, right?
Yes.
A couple of other scores here in the conference. Elizabeth Ford, a 32-23 halftime lead over Laurel Highlands, and Bell Vernon, a 31-25 lead over Southmoreland. Again, we're back tomorrow. Uniontown on the road at North Hills. Pittsburgh Basketball Classic against Baldwin. Game scheduled to tip at 6 o'clock. Here at halftime, 44-31, Uniontown over Albert Gallatin. Second half comes your way next year on WMBS, Triple Live High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
I'm Bill Martin, and along with my partner Trip Radcliffe and Rob Harper, are attorneys at Radcliffe Martin Law. Our primary focus at Radcliffe Martin Law is representing people hurt in accidents. However, we handle workers' compensation claims, estate planning, real estate matters, and class actions. Radcliffe Martin Law is your hometown firm that offers conveniences not possible with Pittsburgh firms and provides better service than those firms. Radcliffe Martin Law, your local injury attorneys. 439-39.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair. Currently in their 61st year of providing quality, reliable service to the community, Ted Silva & Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repairs, and glass installation. They'll gladly blueprint your vehicle for repair, and they'll work with your insurance company. With a paint booth that utilizes the environmentally friendly waterborne paint process, Ted Silva & Son not only cares for our community and our children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it's the goal of Ted Silva & Son to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way possible. Take it from me, Matt Sapienza, an actual satisfied customer. Call 724-437-2351 for Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair, LLC. Family owned and operated for 61 years. Always proud to support local high school sports. Are your dentures cracked, loose, broken, or missing a tooth? Hey, maybe it's just time for a new set of dentures. If that's the case, check out Uniontown Dental Associates, located at 7829 National Pike in Uniontown. They can make you new dentures faster than other offices, and in most cases can offer same-day denture repairs. They also offer teeth whitening, clear braces, and single-visit crowns. Just call their office for your appointment today at 724-438-0241 or visit their Facebook page for more information.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valets. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy. For funeral services from pre-need to at-need, burial or cremation, call Gates Funeral Home and Crematory, located at 136 North Gallatin Avenue in a beautifully restored historic home. Family owned and operated by Rick Gates, former Brownsville resident and Guyville alumni, the Gates Funeral Home and Crematory offers warmth, convenience, affordability, and ample parking. With a knowledgeable funeral director and compassionate staff, the Gates family and the Gates Funeral Home and Crematory are ready to assist you.
Looking for a fast, friendly notary service? Sandy Howell Notary Services, LLC, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, PA, is here to help with transfers, plate renewals, new PA plates, and more. They serve Uniontown, Smithfield, Fairchance, and surrounding areas. Open weekday evenings starting at 5:30 p.m., Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sandy Howell Notary Services, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood is a veterans organization located in Fayette County since 1950. They are proud to advertise on WMBS sports programs and to contribute to the Veterans Hospital, local sports teams, and scouting organizations. Best of luck to all of our local teams from the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood.
On the go? No time to stop? That's when you'll love Peach & Pharmacy's curbside pickup at Peach & Market in downtown Connellsville. Next time you have a prescription to get, let Peach & Pharmacy make it easy for you. Call ahead at 724-626-9600 or send a message. Let friendly curbside pickup keep you right where you want to be, in the driver's seat. Peach & Pharmacy, your local pharmacy.
Uniontown with the basketballs. The third quarter gets underway. Red Raiders working right to left as we describe, and it looks like they have the rim situation taken care of over there, Steve.
Yeah, just one of the hooks they said was kind of busted and sticking out, and they didn't want anybody to cut a finger on it.
Jameer Braxton missed on a long two. Red Raiders keep it alive on the offensive glass. Jameer comes down low to Kadrian McLee. Missed on the first shot attempt, got too deep on the second shot attempt. Ball still tied up. It's going to be Albert Gallatin's Blake White who comes out of the pack with it. So the Colonials down 13, and White right in front of us. They're going to rule this out of bounds off of Uniontown. I don't know about that, Steve.
Well, one official had his back to it, and the other one I don't think was looking at it, so they really didn't have much to. It probably should have been Uniontown's ball.
And the Colonials get a little reprieve here in the Red Raiders zone. Jackson feed down low. Wilson got too deep, bounces it off to his left. Colonials keep it alive. The reset to Jackson. Over to Belt again here high on the right. Belt now looking to drive here on Braxton. Scoop shot no good. McLee the rebound there for the Red Raiders. Off to Torian across. Goes cross court near side in the corner to Milsom. Rotates up to the wing. Dumps down to Braxton. And Braxton lost the handle trying to regain on the block. Lost it out of bounds. It'll be Albert Gallatin's basketball.
You know, they want to get Braxton those points tonight, especially being against AG. It's pretty, it'd be a pretty fitting night to do it, wouldn't it?
And at home, too. Of course, your next game's going to be on the road. Actually, next couple of games on the road.
Yeah,
Red Raiders.
They're not going to stop the game up at Baldwin.
No, they're not. And here's White underneath, scooping that one up and in for Albert Gallatin. So White now in double figures with 10. Colonials back to within 11 of Uniontown at 44-33 with 6:36 left here in the third. Grooms off to Braxton on the far wing. Jameer trying to spin his way in. Double team comes over. Kicks it out to Hager. His three ball in the way rattles out. The tip in from Grooms no good. And Wilson out of the pack with it here for Albert Gallatin. Wilson stopping and popping from up top. Three ball well off the mark. Going for the save there was Mackay Belt, the freshman. Couldn't hang on. Goes out of bounds and over to Uniontown. So far in this quarter, Steve, just 2 points scored. And those are courtesy of Blake White.
Shot from Wilson is one of those shots where he stopped and everybody ran by him. He was so wide open. It was probably a little disconcerting to him. He just was thinking, oh my goodness, there's nobody near me. And those sometimes are the toughest ones to shoot.
Hager missed a little turn and shoot out in front. Albert Gallatin coming back.
Well, they're going to call a charge.
Call there.
He's going to hit the roof on that. He didn't like that call, but.
He's not as argumentative this time around. Has a smile on his face, just kind of tossing his arms up in the air. Saying, what was that all about? He's one of the more fun coaches to watch on the bench, Steve, just from his demeanor out there on a regular basis. Both of these coaches really coach their teams hard. Uniontown head coach Rob Kesmarski and Albert Gallatin head coach Shea Fleener. Not afraid to hold back. Here's Milsom up top for Uniontown. Sending it off to Hager, coming baseline near side. Great handoff to Cater and McLeod. Missed on the dunk, but Braxton able to clean it up out in front. So Braxton now with 12. He's 7 away from 1,000 career points. Red Raiders go back up 13 at 46-33.
McLeod was plenty high enough to dunk it. It just kind of slipped out of his hands, hit the back of the rim.
White comes back and gets it to drop off the drive. Give White 12. Timeout on the court. We'll take it as well. 5:15 left here in the third. 46-35. Uniontown, we're back at 60 on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Attorney Thomas W. Schaefer litigated over 275 civil and criminal trials, some of which have been aired on Oprah, Inside Edition, and ESPN. Having an engineering degree, master's in business administration, and law degree qualifies him to go toe-to-toe with anyone. His firm concentrates in wills, trusts, estates, property transfers, personal injury, solar field and Marcellus gas negotiations, and family law. Small enough to care and smart enough to win. Phone 724-425-1162 or email TommySchaefer@hotmail.com.
Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown, family owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's.
Back here at Uniontown High School, Red Raiders the basketball up 11 at 46-35. Jameer Braxton here on the near wing for the Red Raiders. And we have a little hold here away from the ball on Albert Gallatin. Taking a look at the other scores in the section. Third quarter, Elizabeth forward a 44-39 lead now over Laurel Highlands. And South Moreland's made it close. Bell Vernon up 35-34 over the Scotties at halftime. Here it's 46-35, Uniontown of Albert Gallatin with 5:06 left here in the third. Last foul, Steve, the third on Mackay Belt of Albert Gallatin, the freshman. Here's Tori Grooms up top, swishing in that three. So 14 for Notorious Grooms. Opens up the Uniontown lead to 14 points at 49-35. Blake White comes back. Missed there left of the lane. Here's Kellen Milsom for the Red Raiders racing back. Laying it up and in. Kellen Milsom, he's fired up. He's in double figures with 10. Red Raiders now up 16 at 51-35 with 4:38 left here in the third. Mackay Belt now missing on a three. Sorry, Steve, didn't have your mic up there, but go ahead.
So it's starting to get away from the Colonials a little bit, and Shea can sense it. He needs to do something, but I don't know what he can do. Red Raiders are just kind of have a little half case of the zoomies, right?
They're just a little mini zoomie run there.
Yeah.
They go up 16. as Wilson high feed in, high on the right to Mackay Belt. Watched there by Braxton. Back in the corner again to Wilson, trying to come baseline on Hager. Kicks it out far, wing three from Jackson on the way, and he sends it in. Jason Jackson's second made three of the game. He has 8 Colonials.
Banked it in.
Yes, banked within 13 at 51-38, almost midway through this third quarter. Braxton looking for the answer back and does just that. Swishing in the three up top. That's now 15 for Jameer Braxton. He's 4 away from 1,000. Now on the other side, Jackson again. This time 3-ball and air ball. Backside rebound Hager. Across to Grooms. Down low to Braxton with contact and a blocking foul called on the floor that time on Mackay Belt. So they wave off the basket. And the Red Raiders won't shoot either.
No, well, if they call it on the floor, right? If it was in the act of shooting, they would have given the basket. So it has to be on the floor.
It's just the third team foul, so not in the bonus yet. And Jameer Braxton will trigger it in left of the basket in the Albert Gallatin zone. Red Raiders up 54-41. 3:55 left here in the third.
Well, he's going to get there probably before this quarter's over.
Is 4 away, sends it in there to Milsom, back up top again to Ellsworth, and Braxton averages 19 points a game and floats that one up and in to put him 2 away. 17 for Jameer Braxton. 56-41 Uniontown, and Michael Belt coming back, and a foul called here on the Red Raiders.
Let's see who they call it on. I can't believe they're going to call that on Braxton. That was a.
It is. It's his fourth.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's just a bad call.
That's the one thing that could prevent him, Steve, from going over 1,000 career points. He's going to check out of the game.
He's got a big lead. You know.
Hager will come in. Lead at 15 at 56-41. High feed here on the near by Evan Strimmel. Pulls it back to Belt here. That's Mikel Belt. High on the right. Now looking to drive. Tough shot. Floats it up and in. Mikel Belt now with 12 for Albert Gallatin. Colonials back to within 13 of Uniontown at 56-43. 3:25 left here in the third. Here's Milsom. Resetting up top. Bouncing it off to Hager. No look feed down to McLee. Had it knocked away there by Wilson. Will stay with Uniontown here in the Albert Gallatin zone. Again, the Red Raiders working right to left as we describe it here in the third quarter. First time we've been able to say that, I think, since they opened up the new gym here. The team switching benches tonight. And off the feed in, getting partially blocked there was Hager, but McLee able to clean it up, kind of right place, right time. His first 2 of the game.
Yeah.
58-43, Uniontown, 3:07 left here in the third. Here's Blake White high on the right. Resets between the circles, working here on Milsom. And White in traffic, swatted there by McLee, but saved by Jackson. Jackson comes back inside, sends it down the far block to Wilson. Resets back to Jackson. Great ball movement, and White with the finish on the near block. Blake White, 6 here in the third, 14 for the game. Albert Gallatin back to within 13 of Uniontown at 58-45 with 2:43 left here in the third. Here's Notorious Grooms, long too far side. It's an air ball. Goes right to Blake White. Torrey comes over looking for a poke, but White able to regain, bring it back through center, over to Wilson, kicks it back up top. Jackson works off to his left, another floater up on the way, halfway down, but rattling out for Jason Jackson. Another Uniontown rebound. Pace of this game picking up as they look for an outlet pass forward that Blake White knocks down. Steve, tough for you to get a word in tonight with this end-to-end action at times.
It's fine. I don't get paid by the word, so I'm good.
Here's Milsom to send it in, left of the basket in the Albert Gallatin zone. Send it in high on the right there to Kadrian McLee.
I just feel bad for Braxton. That was a last, couple of really 50-50 charge calls, and then that one was just a swipe of nothing.
How about Milsom rattling in another 3 for Uniontown? So Kellum Milsom, 5 here in the third, has 13 for the game. Red Raiders up 16 near elbow. Mikel Belt. This is there on a jumper. Ellsworth the rebound there for Uniontown. Isaac Ellsworth back through center. Had poked away by White, but able to keep it alive to Milsom, who rattles home another one. So Kellum Milsom with 15 tonight for Uniontown. The Red Raider lead up to 18 at 63-45 with 1:42 left here in the third. Wilson resetting there for Albert Gallatin. It's going to be an over and back violation as Jason Jackson had to retreat into the backcourt. Elizabeth Ford Laurel Highlands game still close. 49-44 in favor of the Warriors over the Mustangs as they head to the fourth quarter. We have 1:38 left here in the third with Uniontown up 63-45. They're checking something here at the table, Steve, on the far side.
Yeah, Coach K went over there and gave Calvin a high five. I don't know what that was about.
Officials still discussing things. You have 3 team fouls posted on Albert Gallatin here in the third quarter, just 1 on Uniontown. Let's see if we can get some clarification.
What's going on?
Talking about timeouts remaining, looks like, Steve.
Well, it has to be Shea wanting to know if he has a 30 because Rob still has all 5 of his left.
Yes.
He never uses them, really. Well, he rarely uses them, let's put it that way.
Albert Gallatin, 2 timeouts remaining.
Another timeout.
And now they'll take one on the Albert Gallatin side. This will be a 30, 63-42. Uniontown, we're back in 30 here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Tonight.
Magisterial District Judge Daniel Shimshock wants you to stay safe during the winter months. When sending the kids off to school, make sure they are bundled up and watch the snow and ice. Take breaks when shoveling to make sure you don't overexert yourself. Magisterial District Judge Daniel Shimshock, wishing everyone a safe and fun winter season. That message from Magisterial District Judge Daniel Shimshock.
After all of that, Steve, we'll take a 30-second timeout was granted to Albert Gallatin, and now they only have 1 remaining. Uniontown still with their full complement of 5. The 63-42 Uniontown lead. Red Raiders still with Jameer Braxton on the bench with 4 personal fouls. He's 2 points shy of 1,000 for his career. Kellen Milsom triggering it in here for Uniontown. In the backcourt to Notorious Grooms. Torrey back across over to Kellum. Feed on the inside, McLeod. Great pass down low in the finish for Jeremiah Hager. Both Hager and Milsom really playing well tonight. Hager with 12, Milsom with 15. Uniontown lead now settling up to 23. Blake White, far wing for 3 for Albert Gallatin, a miss. Notorious Grooms, the rebound there for Uniontown. Some fancy dribbling back through center. Over to Hager, near wing, Albert Gallatin's zone. Swishes in another 3. So Jeremiah Hager now with 15. 68-42 Uniontown with 1:03 left here in the third. Jackson back on the other side trying to answer back. His 3-ball rattling out, and they'll get Wilson here for over the back of Grooms trying to poke out the rebound. That'll be on the floor. 4th team foul against the Colonials here in the third quarter.
Can't believe he's not putting Braxton back in at this point to get those points and get it over with. He's going to have this kind of the backups in here in most of the fourth quarter, I would think, pretty soon.
I think you'll put Braxton in to start the fourth, let him get his 2 points and probably check him out. As Ellsworth's 3 rattles out. Jackson the rebound there for Albert Gallatin. We're down to 37 seconds left here in the third as Wilson brings it across for Albert Gallatin. Wilson now resetting. Back up top, Jackson. Sending it over to Michael Belt. Floater far elbow, no good. Rebound Ellsworth again there for Uniontown. 22 seconds left in the third. Forward to Torrey Groom. Step back 3 in front of the Uniontown bench. No good, but a foul called. Torrey was knocked down. He's going to have 3 free throws upcoming here for Uniontown. With 19 seconds left here in the third quarter, personal go on Evan Strimmel is first. Now Notorious will get 3. Red Raiders haven't had a whole lot of free throw attempts here in this game, Steve. I think just 3 so far prior to this. And Notorious with the first of 3 during this trip to the line. Uniontown as a team 70%. Notorious 78%, came in 32 of 41. Now his second of 3. On the way and good again. He hits this one, Steve. The lead will be 29. Evan Townsend now in for Jeremiah Hager.
Gets to 30, right? Is it 30
running
or
clock,
35?
Yep, 30 is a running clock. 30 in basketball, 35 in football. It's 28 right now. Third of 3 free throws now for Notorious Grooms. On the way and good again. So Notorious, 6 here in the third, 17 for the game. 71-42 with 15 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Shyamir Wilson. A little dump down, coming free, the freshman. Tyrone Burton unable to finish. Ball goes out of bounds. Will stay with Albert Gallatin here in the Uniontown zone. Thought Burton had that one, Steve, for point-blank range. Now Wilson will trigger it in right to the basket in the Uniontown zone. Wilson sends in the corner. White spots up for the three. He's able to get that to hit around the rim a couple of times and then bounce in for Blake White. So White 9 here in the third, 17 for the game. 71-45 Uniontown after three. We're back with a 4th and 60 here in the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Chris Parker Jr., the temperature's going down and prices keep going up.
But not at Autoland. Prices are 40 below here.
Are you kidding?
We are offering 40 below dealer invoice on new 2024 Hyundai. That's a savings of over $8,000 on select all-wheel drive SUVs. Or ask about available 0% APR finance.
Any other special offers?
The nationally advertised specials by Hyundai that you see on TV are available here at Autoland. Like the 2024 Elantra SE with a payment of only $219 per month.
Is Hyundai still offering 3-year, 36,000-mile free complimentary maintenance?
Yes, we are. And don't forget, along with lower prices, you also get Hyundai Owner Assurance, America's best warranty. 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty, 5-year, and 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper coverage with every new Hyundai purchase. A direct from the Hyundai factory warranty. A warranty that gives you protection, not excuses.
Autoland Hyundai down in Uniontown. Online at AutolandHyundai.com or phone 724-437-9999.
And remember, you always pay less to drive the best at Autoland Hyundai.
Ready to start the fourth quarter here at Uniontown High School. Red Raiders a comfortable 71-45 lead over the Albert Gallatin Colonials. Bell Vernon now up 50-41 over Southmoreland. We get a check on the Laurel Highlands Elizabeth forward score. That game tied at 53 with 5:40 left in the fourth quarter. So the Mustangs playing well tonight at home as well. They're actually at the free throw line right now, an opportunity to take the lead. Albert Gallatin starts the fourth quarter here with the basketball, working left to right as we describe it. Jameer Braxton back on the floor for Uniontown again, 2 points shy of 1,000 for his career, but out there with 4 personal fouls. Here's Blake White, up to Michael Belt. And Belt trying to come inside and knocked away. Look out here, Red Raiders breaking back. Here's Milsom taking it right to the rack. Shot with the left hand, no good. Ball comes loose, and Albert Gallatin the rebound. And Belt coming back through center, swatted there by Kadrian McLee. Off to Braxton. Braxton looking for 1,000 career points. Comes inside, he'll lay it up and in, and get the and one, and 1,000 for his career. Second Red Raider to go over the 1,000 point mark this season, joining Notorious Grooms. That's a nice way to do it, Steve.
Yep.
And doing it here at home. I got a couple of
Uniontown
presentation plaques. Looks like we lost our radio feed for a moment. And we'll get reconnected back on the radio side as well as they do a little presentation here for Jameer Braxton. Actually getting a little photo taken with his first coach, Shea Fleener from Albert Gallatin. So we'll reconnect on the radio side and be back at 73-45 Uniontown, 7:28 left in regulation.
Of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and Save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
Your folks on the radio side, welcome back. Jameer Braxton going over 1,000 career points. A little special presentation here at 7:28 left in the fourth quarter. The Red Raiders up 73-45. And Braxton will actually have a free throw upcoming here, Steve. Trying to get to 20 points tonight, 1,001 for his Uniontown career. That says a lot for Jameer to get the photo taken there with Shea as well. Kind of appreciating where he got his high school career started at as well. Braxton actually one of two former Colonials playing for Uniontown along with Isaac Ellsworth. And now Braxton will head to the foul line with Uniontown up 28. Bell Vernon now up 55-42 over Southmoreland. Now Laurel Highlands game nip and tuck tonight as well. And last check, Tony tells us EF by 1 as Braxton misses the free throw. Rare miss for Jameer at the foul line. Colonials back on the other side. 3 far wing and swishing that one in. Shymir Wilson. His second made 3 of the game. He has 9. 73-48 Uniontown. 7:13 left here in the fourth. Far elbow floater, no good. Jameer, but a contact underneath, and it's Mackay Belt pulling down the rebound there for Albert Gallatin. AG will play their next conference game Tuesday against Laurel Highlands. We'll have that game for you on the WMBS Facebook page. Tuesday, Uniontown travels to Bell Vernon to take on the Leopards. Here's Jason Jackson up top. Deep three. Mackay Belt sending that one in. So the Colonials here late, Steve, getting a couple of threes from Wilson and Belt.
Now they're
still back to within 22.
They're still making an effort, but just the Red Raiders just too much. There's another one for Braxton.
And he gets another and one in the process. 21 tonight now for Jameer Braxton. That's the one thing about Shea Fleener's team, Steve. They're always going to play hard right to the final whistle. That foul going on Mackay Belt, his second. And now Braxton trying to cap off the three-point play with the made free throw, does just that. It's now 22 for Jameer Braxton. And you look at this Albert Gallatin program, Steve, they actually made the WPIAL playoffs for the last 6 years. Missed last year, going just 3-15 as Mackay Belt misses there on the drive. Red Raiders break back, and Kellum Milsom lays it up and in.
They look like they could be a playoff team. I mean, they're not terrible. I mean, it's pretty good. Some pretty good efforts.
Look out here. Steal from Kadrian McLean. He'll send it in with authority. Kadrian McLean.
Got somebody hurt.
Second field goal of the game. This one a dunk.
Highlight reel dunk.
Red Raider fans say it's a poster.
You got to
Colonial down.
That's a cramp and not just a bad knee injury, but that's
front of the AG bench. Injury timeout brought to you by the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute, the leaders of physical therapy. This is physical therapist Jim Burns on Waylon Smith Drive. Phone 724-437-7500. Back in 30 seconds. Uniontown up 80-51. 6:08 left here in the fourth.
Where can you go these days and have your gas pump for you, oil checked, and windshield cleaned? Joby's Golf. That's where. Joby's Golf is conveniently located at the corner of Fayette and Beeson Boulevard. Joby's Golf is a fast, friendly, full-service gas station that has been serving the Uniontown area for 50 years. Joby's Golf offers lockout services, a fenced-in storage lot, and is a AAA 24-hour car and light truck towing service. Call 724-438-0681.
Back here at Uniontown High School. See, was that Jackson that was down over there, Jason Jackson?
It was Jackson. I think they're stretching him out like a cramp, so hopefully that's all it is.
And again, he missed Wednesday's Albert Gallatin game against Elizabeth Ford with an injury, so hopefully he's able to bounce back, and hopefully he didn't re-aggravate that as Mackay Belt loses that one out of bounds.
Just fumbled it.
Red Raiders will get it back. Got a tight one ongoing between Laurel Highlands and Elizabeth Forward tonight with TJ DeStefano and Tony Hanola. That game also airing on the WMBS Facebook page. A little turn and shoot good there. Jameer Braxton, so he's packing in some points here late, Steve, now with 24 for the game.
You got no worries about fouling out at this point, being up by what, 31 now, right?
82-51. Yeah. And a finish out in front there in traffic. I believe that was Mackay Belt for Albert Gallatin.
They put the points on the wrong side there, I thought, didn't they?
They did. The clock's going to run the rest of the way as well.
Who made that point? Was that Mackay Belt?
Mackay Belt, the freshman.
Okay.
So it should be then 82-53.
Yeah.
As we go under 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
He just switched it.
And then Braxton almost losing it there, trying to regain. Sends it down over to Eric Townsend. Shot the left hand, no good. The regain, pull it out to Ellsworth. On the right side of Marcus Heiss, who just checked in. Ball might have been kicked. They'll play on, and here's Blake White taking a step back. Three got knocked down on the three, and he'll have 3 free throws upcoming on the Albert Gallatin side. Again, with 4:30 left on a running clock. Again, the Red Raiders back in action tomorrow, taking on the Fighting Highlanders of Baldwin at North Hills High School. And the game scheduled to start at 6 o'clock, but a number of games in front of that contest. So we'll hit the air when the game's about a half hour or so away from getting underway. We'll have the full contest for you for North Hills High School. Blake White draining the first of 3 free throws here for Albert Gallatin. He has 18. Red Raiders checking out Jameer Braxton, and he'll finish the game tonight, Steve, with 24 points. At 1,005 now for his career as White nails the second of 2 free throws here on the Albert Gallatin side.
What do you have, 24 points tonight? Is that what
for Braxton, yeah.
Yeah, 24.
Close him out. Try to talk to Jameer during our post-game show brought to you by Peach and Pharmacy inside the downtown Connellsville Peach and Market as White hits all 3 free throws. Give him an even 20. 84-56 with 4:20 left here in the fourth. Marcus Heiss coming back here for Uniontown. Over to Eric Townsend. Now to Ellsworth. With another 3. Isaac Ellsworth. His second made 3 of the game. He's knocked down 22 threes so far this season. 87-56 Uniontown. 4:03 left here in the fourth. Floater no good there from Belt. They cleaned up on the backside. I believe it was Ethan Kennedy.
Yeah, Kennedy.
Getting his first 2 off the Albert Gallatin bench as that one goes out of bounds. Back over to Albert Gallatin with 3:49 left here in the fourth quarter. 87-58. Brian Morozak along with Steve Super. Billy Dice behind the camera on our Facebook Live video feed. And Nick Barczyk back inside our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law studios. We'll have the same crew tomorrow for the Red Raiders and the Fighting Highlanders. Missed 3 on the outside there. Colonials keep it alive with Adam Pegg. That's going to be a carry there on Adam. And the Red Raiders will get it back. So a busy week for Uniontown. Tomorrow will be their 4th game of the week. Let's have a pair of conference games next week. On the road at Bell Vernon on Tuesday as Ellsworth fires another 3. Got knocked down, no foul call this time. Marcus Heiss keeps it alive. He'll reload on a 3 in and out. And they'll get another offensive rebound. Heiss in the corner now to Eric Townsend. Will dump down out in front, turn and shoots. No good there from Akai Belt. Or check that, no good there from Nick Torbich. But a foul called underneath, and it might go on Makai Belt. He was around the vicinity. Waiting to check the call. Now looks like it's going to Adam Pegg, number 5. Next home game for Uniontown next Friday against Southmoreland. It's like we just saw the Scotties we did on Monday as Torbich drains the free throw. Second of 2 free throws, no good there from Nick. The ball comes loose here on the near side. And a quick whistle underneath. This is picked up there by John Lloyd. Red Raiders 3 home games left after tonight. February the 2nd, next Friday against Southmoreland, the 6th against Elizabeth Forward, then that non-conference game on a Saturday afternoon, February the 10th against Berlin Brothers Valley. Got a 2:20 left here in the fourth. Uniontown by 30 at 88-58. As Marcus Heiss will trigger it in. Waiting for a little trigger here on the far side. Yeah. And they do get it here. Now Nick Torbich on the far wing.
They almost got caught with too many men on the ice.
Yes. Don't see that too much during a basketball game as Chase White comes back. Try to kick in the corner, losing the handle there. Out of bounds was Evan Strimmel. So the Red Raiders get it back up 30. 1:40 to play. Trying to work everybody in here late. 3 up top. Good for Marcus Heiss. So Heiss getting 3 off the bench from outside the 3-point arc. 89-58 Uniontown. And a foul call coming back here on Strimmel. 1:18 to play.
Officials kind of get a glance of a couple of them a little bit. They were kind of wanting to get this thing moving along here.
They're winding them late. Strimmel misses on the first of 2 free throws.
Strimmel hasn't scored yet.
No, he has not. Started the game on the Albert Gallatin side and still has not scored. Misses both free throws. Torbich had the rebound there for Uniontown. Touched by Trevor Uphold. Over to Marcus Heiss. He's double teamed. Sends it over to Trevor. Puts up the 3. Missed there at the front of the rim. Rebound pulled down by Chase White for Albert Gallatin. Over to Strimmel. Hand up on the right block. Adam Pegg will kick it out up top and draining the 3. Darren Ford. Another freshman into the scoring column tonight with a made 3.
Yeah, he had a nice game in the JV game.
Those are his first varsity points all season. 89-61. Aiden Kiefer had it knocked away on the Uniontown side. Now Chase White comes back. Layup attempt no good. Ball will go out of bounds. And ruled Albert Gallatin basketball.
Yeah, they're not blowing the whistle unless the ball goes out of bounds right now. I think the officials they're already started their cars, getting ready to go home.
Don't need to warm up the cars tonight still.
Yeah.
Pretty warm here for late January. Adam Pegg misses on a three, looking for the cleanup out in front. Good there, Ethan Kennedy. So Kennedy with 4, 89-63. 6 seconds left. Trevor Uphold coming back. Dump down out in front. A miss there from Kiefer, and that will do it. 89-63, your final score. Uniontown over Albert Gallatin. Back to tell you all about it. Our post-game show brought to you by Peach & Pharmacy inside the downtown Connellsville Peach & Market. Comes your way next year on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car and drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy. Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowls Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowlsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
M&R Transit, locally owned and operated by the Scott family, have been helping students travel safely to school in the Fayette County area for more than 4 years. M&R Transit is a proud sponsor of the Laurel Highlands basketball team and wishes all the area teams good luck. For more information about M&R Transit, call 724-439-3164. 724-439-3164, or stop by their Uniontown office at 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue.
Introducing Target Safety Solutions Division, LLC. Located at 94 Atlas Road in Uniontown, Target Safety Solutions specializes in vehicle calibrations after a vehicle is involved in a collision. Target Safety Solutions can perform vehicle alignments, state inspections, minor mechanical repairs, including brakes and suspension work, as well as tire replacement. And their alignment machine can accommodate lowered vehicles, dual trucks, and box trucks. Vehicles are now made with many safety features in order to keep their occupants safe. That is the reason Target Safety Solutions was originated. The new state-of-the-art facility at Target Safety Solutions is open from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. They are currently taking new customers and accepting commercial and fleet accounts as well. Nick and Mike are ready to provide you with fast, friendly, professional service. Call Nick at 724-562-2960. That's 724-562-2960 for Target Safety Solutions, located at 94 Atlas Road in Uniontown.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
The Davis & Davis Law Firm has been helping injured people in Fayette County for over 45 years. If you've been injured and you need an attorney, call today. One of our 6 attorneys will come and meet with you if your situation is such that you can't come to us. We will not rest until we get the maximum amount of money for you that you deserve. I'm Attorney James Davis, and I will fight for you. Call me today at 724-437-2799.
Are your dentures cracked, loose, broken, or missing a tooth? Hey, maybe it's just time for a new set of dentures. If that's the case, check out Uniontown Dental Associates, located at 7829 National Pike in Uniontown. They can make you new dentures faster than other offices, and in most cases can offer same-day denture repairs. They also offer teeth whitening, clear braces, and single-visit crowns. Just call their office for your appointment today at 724-438-0241, or visit their Facebook page for more information.
The Catholic War War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood is a veterans organization located in Fayette County since 1950. They are proud to advertise on WMBS sports programs and to contribute to the Veterans Hospital, local sports teams, and scouting organizations. Best of luck to all of our local teams from the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood. Find more snuggle time this winter and be prepared for the cold with the help of First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. With a home improvement loan, a home equity loan, or home equity line of credit, you can finally upgrade that old furnace, take care of that leaking roof, or replace those outdated floors. Keep the cold out and the warm and cozy in your home this winter. Visit a loan officer today or apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729.
Looking for a fast, friendly notary service? Sandy Howell Notary Services, LLC, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, PA, is here to help with transfers, plate renewals, new PA plates, and more. They serve Uniontown, Smithfield, Fairchance, and surrounding areas. Open weekday evenings starting at 5:30 p.m., Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sandy Howell Notary Services, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Uniontown an 89-63 win over Albert Gallatin back here on our postgame show, being joined by Uniontown's Jameer Braxton, who scored 24 points tonight, went over 1,000 career points for his playing career. And first off, Jameer, congratulations on both the win and the career milestone.
Thank you.
Just talk about what it means to not only bounce back and get the win over Albert Gallatin, but to score over 1,000 points in your career. Quite an accomplishment.
Honestly, it feels good, to be honest. I mean, I achieved something. I was the first Braxton to ever do it, so, I mean, I'm happy that I was the first Braxton to ever do it.
Well, that certainly means a lot as well. What did it mean coming against Albert Gallatin when you actually started your varsity career?
Right, that's right. My 2 years, I was there my freshman year and my sophomore year.
And it seems like you still have a pretty good relationship with their head coach, Shea Fleener. So you talked to him a couple of times tonight. Pause for some pictures there as well. It seems like you guys are still close. Yeah. Talk about what Shea means to you as well.
He was a pretty much like he means something big to me. Because, I mean, like I said, he was like my freshman year. I was there my freshman year, my sophomore year. And he, helped me and, grew me as a player.
Jameer, well, again, congratulations. It was fantastic. On a humorous note, a couple of things that I noticed, the last couple games, you got in foul trouble.
Right.
We're keeping track of your points. You know what I mean? To watch you go, and you couldn't play in the second quarter of the Southmoreland game.
Yeah.
And it's just then it was driving us crazy. You got two charges that could have went either way. Right. They were close, but that phantom fourth foul, I don't know what the guy was looking at because you didn't touch him. We had a perfect view of it from here, and I know you looked at the official and you were pretty calm about it, but Coach had to take you out, and it was I was pulling for. I said, hey, put him back in. We're winning by a lot of points. Let's get the guy his points. You know what I mean? But hey, you knew you were going to get it. I mean, you were only 4 points away.
Right.
Anyway. So how was that sitting on the bench knowing you were going to go back in there for a big celebration? That had to make you feel pretty good.
It did. I mean, but I was pretty upset because of the fouls because, like we said, the two charges could have went both ways, and then the last one really wasn't a foul. So, but, I mean, I was on the bench thinking, I'm still going to get it.
You swiped at him, but you didn't hit anything.
Yeah.
We saw it. Didn't. We had a good view. But, one of the things that I want to tell you, the funnest part about watching you guys play, you could have got a lot more points tonight, but you guys are very unselfish. You're very unselfish, and the rest of your team is pretty unselfish. You guys seem like you all get along pretty well, and you have no problem passing up a easy shot to let one of your guys get a good shot.
Yes, sir. That's pretty much it because, I mean, like I said, we're all brothers, and it doesn't matter. We're all unselfish. I mean, we all can go out there and score 30. It doesn't matter. Each night we can score 30.
Cadrian helped you out when he missed that dunk. He got you another two, right?
He did. Thanks, Cadrian. Give me that two.
It seemed like you guys are a lot crisper, though, tonight as well, and a nice bounce back after a tough loss Tuesday against South Allegheny. You really seem refocused.
Because, I mean, on Wednesday, we was, playing hard, and, we realized, we shouldn't have lost that game. Like we said, we was playing slouch, we was playing lazy, and, we realized, we're a better team than that, and we need to play better. So that on Wednesday we had, a tough practice also on Thursday. So on Friday we could do what we just did.
And you'll have a tough one tomorrow. Baldwin, a 6A program. They've had a very solid season, and you'll have a quick bounce back. Similar to Tuesday, you had the conference game Monday against Southmoreland, back with a tough non-conference game on Tuesday.
Yes,
kind of a similar situation. Now on the road tomorrow up at North Hills.
Yes, sir. That's pretty much it.
And any time to prepare for that game at all?
We're going to go home and watch film. We're going to probably FaceTime each other and watch film together, pretty much it. And we're going to come in here probably like 12 and then go over their plays and stuff and like together as a team, basically.
Coach Amir, again, congratulations on the win. Steve,
yeah,
one
just
final
a couple.
question.
Yeah, just one of the things I want to ask is, people have been coming to the games, cheering you guys on. The fan support has been terrific. But I think people sometimes take it for granted when you win all these games in a row. They forget how hard it is to win.
It is.
I mean, the last couple games, it was like we were talking about, hey, they weren't as sharp last night. Even at Southmoreland, it wasn't maybe as good as it has been. But it's hard to win. I mean, especially when you win a lot.
Yeah.
And everybody's you're like the big cheese, and everybody wants to knock you guys off.
I mean, you're the only undefeated team in the WPIL going into Tuesday.
So how does that make you guys feel like? You guys talk about that like, hey, every game you go to, it's kind of their Super Bowl, right? So they're gunning for you guys.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
So basically, it's like we got a chip on our shoulder, and we're the top player. We're the top team right now. No whippio. But, I mean, ever since we just lost, they dropped our rankings. But, I mean, we're going to get it back up there. And, like you said, we only got one loss on our belt. That don't even mean nothing.
The rankings don't mean anything. Just win. Just win. Just as Al Davis used to say, just win, baby.
Yeah. Just win. Jameer, again, congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Best of luck tomorrow. We'll see you up there in Millville.
Thank you.
Good job, buddy.
That's Jameer Braxton joining us here on the post-game show. Have a quick timeout, and then back with the final numbers as Uniontown. An 89-63 win over Albert Gallatin tonight.
Magisterial District Judge Daniel Shimshock wants you to stay safe during the winter months. When sending the kids off to school, make sure they are bundled up and watch the snow and ice. Take breaks when shoveling to make sure you don't overexert yourself. Magisterial District Judge Daniel Shimshock, wishing everyone a safe and fun winter season. That message for Magisterial District Judge Daniel Shimshock.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valets. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car and drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy. Hi, I'm Russ Blejo. As your local Allstate agent, providing protection that fits your life is something I take, personally. I'm committed to learning about your needs and personalizing protection to meet them. From bundling your auto, home, and life insurance with ease to evaluating optional coverage based on your protection needs. I can build an insurance proposal that fits your life. Are you in good hands? Contact me, Russ Blejo, for a free quote.
Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Savings vary.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Pizza, beer, atmosphere. It's all at Mom Maruka's Pizza, located on Barton Mill Road in Uniontown. Mom Maruka's is your prime spot to enjoy local high school sports. Family owned and operated, the Sampson family carries on the tradition of homemade pizza, salads, wings, and the best Italian hoagie and homemade bruschetta in town. Mom Maruka's is open Monday through Saturday from 4 to 10 for indoor and outdoor dining and takeout. Don't forget Mom's catering services for your next party or gathering. Call 724-438-9066 or visit MomMarukaPizza.com for their menu and live music schedule.
Uniontown, an 89-63 win over Albert Gallatin tonight. Back here on our postgame show, brought to you by Peach & Pharmacy inside the downtown Connellsville Peach & Market. Steve, is your final stats. They're brought to you by First Federal Savings Loan Association of Greene County.
Okay, for the Colonials, Blake White, game high 20 points for the Colonials. Belt with 15, Jackson with 8, Mackay Belt with 2, Kennedy with 4, Wilson with 9, Ford with 3, and Burton with 2. They had 11 in the first, 20 in the second, 14 in the third, 18 in the fourth, 63 for the game. For the Red Raiders, Grooms with 17 points, Hager with 5, McLee with 4, Milsom with 17, Ellsworth with 6, Townsend with 2, Torbitz with 1, Heiss with 3, and our player of the game, I'm just going to give it to him, Brian.
Yes.
Okay, was Jameer Braxton with 24 points. 22 in the first, 22 in the second, 27 in the third, 18 in the fourth for an 89-63 victory.
It's certainly a nice bounce back for Uniontown after the loss on Tuesday against South Allegheny, but a good test tomorrow up at North Hills High School against the Fighting Highlanders of Baldwin.
Yep, should be a good one.
By the way, cross town tonight, Elizabeth Ford able to hang on to knock off Laurel Highlands by a score of 68-61. I'll wrap things up for us tonight. Steve, enjoyed it as always.
Yeah, it was fun, and I'll see you tomorrow night in Pittsburgh.
Yep, up in the North Hills for the Red Raiders of Uniontown. The Baldwin Fighting Highlanders again, a 6 o'clock start. That's the scheduled start. Might be a little bit later with some games ahead of us. Thanks to Billy Dice behind the camera on our Facebook Live video feed. Nick Barczyk back at Center. Davis & Davis, Attorneys at Law Studios. For Steve Superk, I'm Brian Morozak. Have yourselves a pleasant good evening. Again, your final score from Uniontown tonight, the Red Raiders 89 and the Albert Gallatin Colonial 63. So long, everybody, from Uniontown High School.
For a